Good morning, chat. What the fuck? I come back. This nigga's name is Saint Tontes Girls Federation. Honk shit, black screen, EO7. Damn, bro. Some weird ass. It's some weird motherfuckers out there, ain't it? Yeah, there's some weird ass people out there, ain't it? How much time we got? 7 minutes? Oh my god. Damn. We really made it. We really walked right up to the line today, boys, didn't we? All right, hold up. Let me turn this shit off. Damn. We really walked up to the line today, man. Yee. Nice sweatshirt. Appreciate it, man. Been cold in Houston lately. Chat. Hey, chat. Y'all think this shit gonna be mid? Favorite fruit? I'd say pineapple. I love me some mandarins though, man. It says Bobby a smooth 5 out of 10. Yo, Ryuku, man. Good morning. Join that mandarin, bro. I'm fucking devouring it, brother. Yeah. When does the Gachacast start? Right after the 3.1, right after the 3.1 live stream, I believe. I think we're going straight into it. I'm still getting that shit set up. I'm actually coordinating with, I think Ryuku's coming in there with us as well. Yeah, right after the 3.1, what's it called? Check DMs. I don't see anything yet, Ryuku. Oh, fuck. I actually never responded. Damn, my bad. Hold on. Chat, we got 5 minutes. Yes. Damn, that's funny. I responded in my fucking head, bro. Oh, man. Okay. Yo, Jay, what's good? Yeah, anyways, chat, my bad. Shit, bro. Fucking just woke up and got 17 things to, on the menu already, bro. Holy. Anyways. Yeah, this shit's starting in 3 minutes and 52 seconds. I guess we can make sure our audio's looking good. Boom. Boom, boom. And I swear, bro, every time they start this shit, it's like strictly business, bro. No stalling whatsoever. Enjoy the stream, guys. Yo, Ryuku, take care, baby. Pokey got a sponsor from his HSR this stream. Hey, good day. W's. Hey, bro, I would hope so, man. You know, all that glazing, you know, all that glazing, I would hope so. Let me get a quick little yo, Zenovia, man. Tier 1, 11 months. Thank you so much. Sup, Grandpa, I'm fat and lazy. Can you please scold or roast my ass for motivation? Good Lord, bro. Hey, man, get your ass up. You know what I'm saying? Get to the gym and get moving, bro. That's all you got to do right there. You know, that's all you got to do. All right, we got Jenazad. We've got Tekils, Mr. Pokey, Ryuku, Bob Master. Man, that's a lot of people on. Damn. That's a lot of people on, ain't it? Holy shit. Zyox, Ruby. That's a lot of streamers on right now, man. Damn it, Bobby. 2 minutes, boys. Okay. The HSR character buffs introducing E7 for the small price of $500. You can make your seal good. Bro, I'm really, you know what's funny, man? I'm gonna be honest. I'm really like, I have high expectations for this stream just because 3.0 was such a shit show, man. You know, I'm not looking at this like a typical patch update. I'm actually looking at this like a redemption to 3.0. You know, address the problems. I hope there's more to offer than their typical like production, man. You know. And the old characters thing, I hope that gets mentioned. I'm interested in taking a peek inside of their brains on what they're cooking up behind the curtains for that. How they're going to improve upon, you know, all of the things we've been addressing. I don't know, man. Well, I guess we're going to see what happens. And then you got the spam by the bird. Yeah. I'm not expecting anything. I mean, I also understand that sentiment as well. You know what I mean? To be completely fair, I guess having low expectations is not a bad thing. But this is the thing, guys. You gotta start asking for more from these, demanding for more from these companies. And if you don't, well, then they're just gonna keep delivering you a shit product, you know. But hey, like that's why we're watching it. You know, we're watching it to scrutinize, be constructive, and spread the word on whether the patch is shit or not. And then that feedback is going to enable a lot more people to be aware of it, which hopefully makes them stop spending their money, and that's going to send a message to the devs. Thought I heard something. Right back. Okay. Yeah, we go. All right, bro. I hate when they hit us with a 5 minutes on top of a 5 minute. Motherfuckers hit us with a 5 minutes on top of a 5. Come on, bro. Making us wait after making us wait is crazy. That shit is funny as fuck, low key. Better be the same shit.
They have this. Let's just for the sake of comparison. We'll do Wuthering Waves and also Zenless Zone Zero.
Good old Google Trends.
So if you see here, one second, if I can, the current state of things is that Wuthering Waves and Zenless Zone Zero are about the same. You can just see right here. Zenless Zone Zero has a score of 50. Wuthering Waves has 52. Honkai Star has 19. So it's less than half. Less than half. But the thing is though, guys, I've checked the revenue on App Magic. They're making bank. They're making bank. It's really weird. It's so paradoxical, like how the interest in Honkai Star as a game in Japan alone has dropped, has plummeted. Like this spike here was the 3.0 release. It went up, yeah, and then it dropped significantly. It crashed, like literally like the next day, the day after, like 2 days afterwards. After that, it was like 49. It dropped down to like 27. And Wuthering Waves.
Japan not fucking with HSR, chat. That's what we looking at. This is Japan. That's insane, actually. Japan is not fucking with HSR, bro. That's crazy.
The interesting Honkai Star in Japan is really in the pits. It's in the pits. Hi, Miyabi Main. Welcome in. But the ones that are sticking around, they are spending so much money.
I've had 300 calories for breakfast. Oatmeal and banana. Oatmeal and banana. Is it gay to be homosexual? Yes.
6 years ago, probably.
What the fuck, bro's playing with Brant? Is bro playing with Brant, bro?
Something
What the
like
hell?
Wait, 1 second, really quick.
That's insane, chat. Bro's playing with Brant, man.
Sorry, let me just quickly look at something.
All right.
1 minute left, boys. Hey, what the? She at 57 and I'm at 108. Oh, hell no, bro. Hey, man, refresh that shit, cuz. What the? Nah, bro. How's she ahead of me? Oh, there it is. There it is. All right, let's turn this up. All right, boys. Lock in. Time to lock in. Let's see it. Let's see it. We HSR, bro. You need to dig yourself out of this hole. You managed to get in. All right, come on. Show me something good. Show me something good. Yo, Trickle had some change and wanted to show some love. Unc, I appreciate that, Trickle. Thank you so much. This program is sponsored by Lady Aglaya.
In the legend's beginning, the world was just a lump of flour. Then the gods cast yeast into it, and Albert was born from the dough. The Earth Titan granted it a divine body, and the Reason Titan bestowed it with thought. Add in rich emotions, noble virtues, oh, and don't forget a pinch of mischief.
This is the
After
typical
that,
Hoyo shit right
The
here, bro.
Romance Titan transformed into golden butterflies, gently touching their chests to grant them the ability to love.
There is no word for romance in the Kremnoan language.
Is that so? I heard Nikador once failed in love and even got into a fight with their rival.
Huh? That's just a baseless slander, a wild tale meant to tarnish Nikador's name.
Oh, Dee. This story is quite well known in Akama.
Lady Trebios, let me explain. Nikador is not that kind of titan.
And so, the first bird was born. Albie, do you like this story?
This Amphoria's place. Maybe I shouldn't have come.
On such a romantic day,
Genshin ass
why
live
don't we
stream.
raise a toast to all the love and beauty in the world?
Maidamos, can your murderous intent match up to what fate has in store for you? In fear you shall abandon your mortal body, King of Bramnos.
Let me have the honor of taking the lead in this battle. This journey is forged in blood and flames.
Three molded life with their hands, and three guided Calamity's gate. Three carved the heavens and the earth.
I told you you can't trust finding, bro.
Wove the threads of fate.
Hello, we are Treeby, Trian. And fighting the west wind, away we go! There's strength in numbers!
It's time to end this. Offer your soul.
I remember him 1v1 in finding, bro.
The son of Urgo is destined to be crowned in blood!
All will one day die.
Stay alive.
Can't be killed in a single blow.
How we wish to see you again.
It's now my turn to fight against it.
The son of Gorgo will be crowned in blood! The son of Gorgo will be crowned in blood!
Hey, boys, there's a lot of cutscenes during the live stream, man. I wonder if they're gonna have that many cutscenes in the patch. Hey, finding stabbed Mighty. I didn't, we ain't missed that part. We're gonna have to see some context on that one. But Mighty almost looks fucking lit, bro. My Demos looks super fucking cool. That was all the cutscenes for the patch? Yeah. You just saw every cutscene in the patch. All right. Boys, I'm not going to remember that code. I already know it. Screenshot it? Nah, I'm good. It'll be on Twitter. It'll be on Twitter later. 1,700 people gonna be, hey guys, we got the codes. For the clicks and likes and tweets.
And whether or not your world has a day-night cycle, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to the version 3.1.
Albert, don't be copying me, man.
Light slips the gate, shadow greets the throne. Special program. I'm your host, Albert. First, let's have our esteemed guests introduce themselves.
Hello, everyone. We're Treeby.
I am Mighty, the successor of Kremnos.
Greetings, everyone. I am Aglaya.
Once again, a warm welcome to our Chrysos heirs. Your golden presence has made this special program shine even brighter.
You flatter us, Mr. Albert. By the way, how did you come to Amphorius? Did you travel here with the two Trailblazers by any chance?
Oh, it's a long
Aglaya
story.
voice acting,
One
bro.
for another time. For now, let's just say that in Amphorius, it'll be my duty to host this special program for everyone.
Welcome, Albie. Even though today's program has
It's
just
my
begun,
duty to
it
please
feels
that
like we've
booty.
already revealed a lot about the new version, haven't we?
Oh? How so, Treeby?
Look, the version title, Light Slips the Gate, Shadow Greets the Throne, combined with the trailer we just watched, makes it clear that D will really shine this time.
If that's the case, Lady Tribios, then as a demigod of Yanis, the Passage Titan, you must also play a key role.
Hold on, bro.
Patience, everyone. Whether this is true will all be revealed in the Trailblaze mission of version 3.1. So in the last chapter, Nikidor's core flame was retrieved, and now
I'll do
another
it later.
Chrysos heir, Finan, faces the Titan's trial.
With the arrival of the
My Twitch says I'm
Trailblazers,
on a paid
the
promotion
Flame
and I'm
Chase
not.
journey reached a major
I don't know why. I guess
breakthrough.
I clicked that on
Together,
accident or forgot to turn it off.
The Trailblazers and the Chrysos heirs reclaimed Nikidor's core flame. Afterward, Finan resolved to undergo the trial to ascend to demigodhood and inherit the divine power of strife.
But as Nikidor once murmured to Snowy, your will wavers. We're
Do it
worried
now, they're
that
just waffling?
Snowy's inner
Yeah.
turmoil might
Ain't talking
affect
about
his performance.
There's no need for undue worry, teacher. On the Flame Chase journey, the Chrysos heirs
me one
support
second,
one
guys.
another. Even if something unexpected happens to Finan,
Yeah,
we've
what the
prepared
fuck?
contingencies
That's
to
another
ensure
stream
the
features
trial
brand
proceeds
content?
smoothly.
Impressive as always, Aglaya. Ever so meticulous.
Okay.
As you all know, the
Turn
Flame
it off.
Chase journey is still pressed for time. With Nikidor's core flame reclaimed, it's time to plan for the next one.
Does this mean we're going to
Fat
battle
finger ass
another
boy.
Titan?
Hey, not all core flames need to be reclaimed through violence. In version 3.1, our great hero, the Trailblazer, will act as an envoy, and along with their companions, set off for the Grove of Epiphany to continue our journey.
The Grove of Epiphany is a city-state that worships the Reason Titan, Circes. It's a cradle of knowledge for Amphorius, and maintains a good relationship with Akuma. Besides researching phenomena such as the Black Tide and the Titans,
Ooh,
they
that
also
looks cool,
provide
man.
academic research
Actually
support
looks
for
pretty
the
good.
Flame Chase journey.
According to legend, at the dawn of their existence, the
good
Reason
cook. That
Titan,
looks really good.
Circes, descended in the form of a giant sacred tree, and around their roots, a large verdant forest gradually formed.
The generous Circes allowed those who sought knowledge to study and rest there, freely imparting the
Sumeru
world's wisdom to the
2.0.
once
It do
ignorant
look a little
mortals.
bit like
Under
Sumeru,
their
but
guidance,
it's also
humanity
a fair bit
built
different.
courtyards within the forest and established schools, which eventually evolved into the Grove of Epiphany we know today.
So it looks like Circes is our next target.
Exactly. Like Kefali, Xerxes is a titan friendly toward humanity, and has even willingly entrusted their core flame to the grove for safekeeping.
That's great if there's no need for fighting. Just a peaceful retrieval. This mission might be much easier, huh?
Well, it's not quite so easy. The Grove of Epiphany holds an unwavering reverence for Xerxes. This core flame is something they'd be very reluctant to part with.
Exactly. That's why Akuma must dispatch an envoy to the Grove. In the 3.1 storyline, the Trailblazer will engage in peaceful discussions about reclaiming the core flame with newfound Chrysos heir allies. Absolutely no fighting.
Oh.
No fighting in 3.1.
But in the recent version trailer, enemies were swarming in like a tide.
Busted. Actually, the Grove was recently invaded by the Black Tide.
What?
Since the Arabellica, a substance known as the Black Tide, has descended upon Amphorius, whether human or Titan, anyone affected by it loses their sanity. Nikador, once a stalwart defender against the Black Tide, naturally became the most severely corrupted Titan. With Nikador's core flame reclaimed, Castrum Kremnos was left without its guardian Titan and was entirely consumed by the Black Tide. Its spread has since accelerated, and now the Grove is its next target.
We must hurry to save them and Cersei's core flame!
Exactly!
Damn.
The Grove's crisis cannot be ignored. Our Trailblazer will once again take on the heroic mission of seeking and aiding survivors, gathering intelligence about the catastrophe, and
The world
locating
building's looking
Cersei's
pretty
core
good.
flame to bring it back to Akuma. During
Why
this
these motherfuckers
process,
giving
the
context?
Trailblazer will encounter a mysterious enemy
It's a good
attempting
question,
to
bro.
steal the core flame. The masked figure shown fighting the Trailblazer in the trailer.
This place
one
looks
with the
really
mask
fucking
and
cool, I'll be
cloak?
honest.
Ooh, they look like a major villain.
Hykes. What faction do they belong to?
They're an
That's
unknown
Finan's
enemy.
shadow.
This journey to the Grove may be more perilous than expected.
For now, let's call them the Flame Reaver. And to help our
I am
Trailblazer
you,
navigate their hero's
Finan.
journey,
You
I
didn't
brought some
know?
intel about this Flame Reaver. In battle,
You and I
the
are
Flame
one and
Reaver
the
can summon
same.
clones to fight alongside them. These clones can launch joint attacks with the Flame Reaver. Moreover, the Flame Reaver can absorb these clones to gain buffs. Consuming these buffs
Dude, that
allows
guy
the
looks
Flame Reaver
sick,
to unleash
man.
even more devastating attacks.
Oh
May
my
not be a problem
God.
for me.
That
but
guy
an enemy
looks
using
so
clones
cool.
to fight will surely challenge the Trailblazer.
Why they showing
In
it
combat,
already? I ain't
the
gonna lie, they
Trailblazer must
should.
quickly eliminate the clones to prevent the Flame Reaper from launching joint attacks or gaining enhancements.
Actually, I'm okay with it. Bro looks
Honestly,
sick.
I sometimes wish I had clones to help me, man. It's
I'm
life.
calling it now.
Careful
That
what
dude
you
looks
wish
like he's
for.
a part of Finan.
clones
And once he
might
goes
be
in
facing
Finan
more
will
trials
regain
and
his memories of being
challenges.
a fucking dick.
Speaking of trials, I've always been curious about the trial required to ascend as a demigod. Lady Trebios, you were the very first demigod and therefore first Chrysos heir on this land to pass a Titan's trial. What exactly did you go through when you received Yanis's core flame?
This is a bit embarrassing to say, but we really can't remember those events from so long ago.
It happened during the Era Chrysia. For the people of Amphorius now, it would be considered ancient history.
That's okay. With the Trailblazer around, anything is
Bro,
possible.
who is this little
In the
dude
main
right here,
storyline
man?
of version 3.1,
Who is this little?
the Trailblazer will harness the power of
Little,
Oryx to stir up ripples
little pet.
of the past, guiding everyone to
Pokemon.
revisit that piece of history. We'll return to Treebe's homeland and show everyone the Abyss of Fate in its prime. Some long-buried secrets from the Era Chrysia will also be unearthed, becoming clear bit by bit.
The Mimi's second for?
So this is what the Abyss of Fate looks like in
this
its
is
heyday.
what's his name?
Nothing like the desolate state it's in now.
That's right. In the distant past,
That's where we went to fight the
Abyss
was it
of Fate
Nikador?
was a city called Yanisopolis. It was Amphorius' sanctum of prophecy, the ultimate destination for all pilgrims, and the place where the three Titans of Fate revealed their divine miracles.
It seems we'll have the chance to learn how humanity's first demigod came into being.
Bro, I listen to Glad talk all day, bro.
But let's leave it at that for now. Trailblazers, uncover this story for yourselves in the main storyline of version 3.1 and learn about Treebe's past. Now, let's take a look at the Treebe of today.
Oh shit, here we go. Let's see it. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I do not like her fucking I do not like her character model at all, man. I'm picking her up purely for value, guys. Forced to pull.
Quick question. The one who popped out of the box holding a letter, was it Trian or
Strictly for the
Trinen?
meta.
Oh, I know this one. Training. It was training.
Correct answer. No rewards, though.
Because they look so alike. My teachers often have people unfamiliar
What if she has an
with them
adult
play
mode like
the
that chick from
Guess
Bleach?
Who I Am game in daily life.
That's actually one of my favorite
The
Bleach
one who
characters. Nelly L. You
suggested
talking about
this
Nelly L.
game. Could it be Trian?
Right again!
Of course. The three of them have very different personalities, making them easy to tell apart. Trinan is silent and sharp with both eyes covered. Trian is mischievous little rascal with fringed eyebrows. And Tribi is the most outgoing and lively.
Typically, Tribi is the main
Born to pull mighty,
spokesperson,
forced to pull
responsible
Tribi.
for communicating with the
That's so
Chrysos
true,
elves.
man.
Trinan focuses on maintaining and interpreting prophecies, while Trian is primarily in charge of opening and maintaining the Century Gate.
So here's a question for me. Why are there three of you identical little girls?
That relates to the duties of the Chrysos heirs. We were the world's first demigod, receiving the prophecy of deliverance from Kefali. To spread the prophecy across Amphorius, we split into many versions of ourselves and used Yanis's Century Gate to travel quickly to various places.
Through our teacher's tireless efforts, the Chrysos heirs gradually united as allies.
Like I'm watching
Because
a
of
children's
this,
show.
our teacher
because
holds
they're targeting
great
children.
prestige among the Chrysos heirs.
But speaking of opening gates, Trinan previously revealed that Trian is nearing her limit and might only be able to open the
When you
Century
guys
Gate twice
realize how
more.
much money
Don't scare
Hoyoverse
me.
makes from children,
So there's a
then you
limit
understand
to
why
how
these
many
things are
times
like
the gate can be
Teletubbies.
opened?
Using divine power to open the gate comes at a steep price. Every time the Century Gate is used, it takes something out of them. Over time, this deterioration reaches a limit.
Reaching that limit won't lead to anything bad happening, will it?
Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, among which even life itself holds little value. The weight of those words grows heavier.
This live
Or
stream's
perhaps
methodical
clearer
approach is
over
about
time.
it's similar to 3.0, guys.
dear.
A
Why
lot
is
of
the
waffling
atmosphere
and not a lot of
so
showing.
heavy? Let's not dwell on it. We're prepared for whatever may come, and we want all our friends to stay cheerful. Albie, let's introduce our abilities now.
Oh my god,
All right.
man.
No problem. Tribi is a quantum character following the path of harmony. In battle, she wields a rocket as her primary
There we
weapon. For instance, she can use the rocket to launch enemies and create a special dimension filled with stars and moons. While
That's
the
a
dimension
cool
is
looking
active,
animation, man.
Enemies take increased damage.
No matter how many times I see it, this combat style doesn't get any less adorable.
Don't underestimate our rocket. It's a genius invention with precision targeting. We've refined it countless times.
God,
We
that voice
also
is
deal
cringe,
damage
man.
to the enemy with the highest remaining HP, depending on the number of enemies hit. The more enemies there are, the greater the damage we deal. Additionally, when a teammate uses their ultimate, we launch a follow-up attack against the enemy.
Even in ever-changing combat scenarios, Tribi can work closely with various teammates to provide buffs. She can frequently trigger follow-up attacks, helping the team swiftly take down opponents.
Exactly! As a character following the path of harmony, Tribi not only creates a more advantageous environment for her teammates, but is also a capable fighter herself. With Tribi on the team, you might just unlock new levels of combat potential.
Indeed. Beyond aiding and guiding the Chrysos heirs on the flame chase journey, our teacher is also an essential ally in battle.
DPS Harmony, yes, that's exactly what she is. She's literally a DPS
Now that
Harmony.
we've got to know Tribi, let's move on to discuss
No, I'm
another
telling you,
key character in
she hits hard too, man.
3.1, Mighty! Without further ado,
While
let's
also
watch a
boosting the
video.
damage of your whole team. I've actually never seen any of Mighty Mos' kit, so I'm excited. I'm looking at this stuff. Oh, you know what? I do remember seeing that in that little short. Okay. I'll be honest, man.
Mighty, the crown.
I don't know why the crystal shit ain't really hitting for me, man. I like that animation, but I don't really care for the crystal shit. I was
man among man.
I was hoping him to do something, bro. Holy shit! Shut the fuck up. Holy fuck, Albert. I was expecting to see more of like him like doing martial arts with the spears or like the art of Spartan combat, you know? And bro's just like throwing up a bunch of crystals and shit.
A bird.
A tough guy. Do you mean like bathing in molten iron, Mr. Albert?
Huh?
Or perhaps drinking the blood of your enemies?
Maybe drinking some of Kremnos'
blood, then crystals, that would have been cool too.
Juice, doing push-ups, you know, stuff like that.
I was pretty much hoping like to see like more like Spartan inspiration, you know? That's pretty much it. Pantheon from League of Legends.
Oh, first, doing so many push-ups on the spot isn't appropriate, and viewers wouldn't enjoy watching it either.
Don't be so sure,
man. They definitely wouldn't. Back to the topic. In the previous story, against Nikidor's attack, Mighty single-handedly held back the rampaging.
Out of Zenless, I'm just gonna mute that shit, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. Out of Zenless Zone Zero, Wuthering Waves, and HSR, like this shit is just so fucking boring. It's insane, bro. It's just like, holy brother. I don't give a fuck what y'all are talking about right now, bro. I'm just gonna keep it like, do not give a single flying, soaring through the sky fuck of what y'all are talking about right now, buddy. My God. Show the goddamn combat, man. I mean, bro, I might just have to like stop waking up in the morning for these HSR live streams. Yeah. I think I just have to stop waking up in the morning for these and watch them later. That way I can skip through all this garbage and just get straight to the good stuff.
To claim the throne without exception.
Yikes. So that's how it is in a city that worships strife. Bloody succession to the throne.
Because of this tradition, and a prophecy foretelling Mighty's eventual ascension, his father cast him into the Sea of Souls shortly after his birth, attempting to kill him before he could grow up.
That's so cruel.
Am I playing Monster on Wilds beta today? All day. I'll be playing it all fucking day.
But, in the end, Mighty returned to Castrum Kremnos with an immortal body.
All day today, all day tomorrow.
He led the discontented citizens of Kremnos away from their Mad King, wandering the lands and waging war until he joined the Flame Chase journey.
What doesn't kill him only makes him stronger, huh? But why did Mighty refuse the core flame of strife and give it to Finite?
Bitch, let us find out.
Prowess, if he accepted it?
Shut up. Let us find out.
Unstoppable force on the flame chase.
Strife, slaughter, glory. These have been the traditions of Kremnoans and their destiny for 1,000 years. But is this destiny truly what the Kremnoans deserve? I refuse.
Bro's VAs tries way too hard to sound like a hard ass.
Have always expected you to ascend the throne, lead them back to their homeland, and restore their glory. Now that we've reclaimed Nikidor's core flame and located the whereabouts of Castrum Kremnos, how will you answer their expectations?
Give me more time to think.
As the last prince, he
They're
is
trying to hit the
burdened
8-minute
with
mark
fate
for the
of an
ad
entire
revenue.
kingdom. He must consider their honor and sense of belonging while forging a truly beneficial path for them. Oh, what a heavy
Hey, I
task.
don't blame you guys. Y'all can
As for
spam the
Mighty's
waffling, bro.
and the
The
fate of
waffling
the
emote is so real.
Stay tuned for the Trailblaze mission and version 3.1. No matter what, I can get. When Mighty is around,
is
he'll
going on
have
there,
your
man?
back, especially in.
What the fuck?
Mighty is an
This is so weird.
imaginary character following the path of destruction. In combat, he leverages his undying body to engage the enemy. His undying nature grants him an extremely high max HP.
In battle, I utilize my HP advantage against the enemy. By consuming my HP, I also unleash even greater power.
Exactly!
Yeah,
Mighty
you know
keeps
what,
track of his
chat?
total HP lost
I think
during
I'm skipping this
combat.
nigga, bro.
Once the accumulated loss reaches a certain threshold, he enhances himself, fully demonstrating his prowess as the Kremnoan warrior.
That shit
During
ain't
this
it
time,
for me, bro.
He unleashes a storm of attacks on his enemies, dealing massive damage and showing them the wrath of Kremnos' crowned prince.
Wow! D is so imposing! Like a lion dominating the battlefield!
In my enhanced state, I sacrifice defense for greatly increased HP and max HP. As my HP continues to drop, my abilities transform further, delivering even more destructive blows to my enemies.
A warrior rejected by death.
Bro comes back like
Let's
Trendemir.
battle till the world's final breath.
A truly death-defying combat style. The spirit of Kremnoan warriors is no joke.
All right, next, let's take a look at version 3.1's banners.
In version 3.1's first half warp event, Trailblazers can acquire the limited 5-star character, Treevee! The limited 5-star light cone, if time were a flower, will also have a boosted drop rate.
In version 3.1's second half warp event, Trailblazers can acquire the limited 5-star character, Mighty. The limited 5-star light cone, Flame of Blood, Blaze My Path, will also have a boosted drop rate.
Additionally, these characters and light cones will be rerun.
Skip.
And all right,
Oh!
time for a short break. The program will
Now,
resume in
you
just
know
a
what I'm
few
saying? I'm
moments.
gonna keep it a stack. Scooby-Doo been holding it down since frame 1, bro. Yeah, chat, I'm gonna be real, man. I think I'm actually gonna skip Mighty. His kit don't look cool to me, man. I don't care for them crystals in a single punch. I was hoping to see like more of a Spartan gameplay, and that's not what I saw. Now, I was really pumped up about that. You know, I was pumped up to play with like a Pantheon guy. It doesn't look that cool, which, you know what's funny? I'm happy for that because, hey, man, Castris is coming right after his ass. You know what I mean? He's good for Castris. Who gives a fuck? I don't need Mighty for Castris, brother. I'll play fucking Arlon. Bring back my Arlon anyway. His kit looks mid. Yeah, his kit look boring as shit. It could be better if it was a blood spear or blood sword coming out of the ground. Yeah.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Now let's take a look at the new content coming in version 3.1. First, the Divergent Universe will introduce a brand new research topic related to Amphorius.
Divergent Universe? What's that?
Oh, right. Mighty, you might not know yet. Simply put, it's a study on mortals and fate. As mentioned earlier in the program in version 3.1, the Trailblazer will head to the Grove of Epiphany, a renowned academic institution in Amphorius. The scholars of the Grove wove vast amounts of knowledge into the memory of the sacred tree. However, due to the corrosion of the Black Tide, much of this network
that's a new
has
light cone
decayed,
over there.
leaving only fragments of text intact.
That's a new light cone.
The Grove's
Is that a
librarian
remembrance light
hope
cone,
the
I guess?
Trailblazer can become the inheritor
The Herta
of
Shop
this
remembrance light
library's
cone?
knowledge, preserving these memories and passing on the flame of Amphorus' civilization.
Even in this era of endless strife and the relentless black tide, as long as true history
I like cone's
remains,
actually cool, I think.
the flame of civilization will endure.
Blade might make it out the
That's
bench with this one. Oh, I'm
The
definitely
Grove
playing
not only
Blade over
collects
over Mighty.
myths and
Blade
histories of Amphorius,
Blade looks so much better than Mighty. It's not even funny in terms of like gameplay.
but also records the Trailblazers' journey. Titan technology, they've created Divergent Universe Protean Hero.
Since it's Titan technology, it's bound to be distinct from the Divergent Universe the audience is familiar with. Whether or not your world has a day-night cycle, in Divergent Universe Protean Hero, you must have one.
Oh.
This time, the battles revolve around the day and night system. First, each battle alternates between day and night. These two states bring different boosts to combat, and additional effects occur during transitions between day and night.
Will you spend
At the
money
start
for
of exploration,
No, bro. I told you I'm
Trailblazers
playing
must
this
choose the
game.
state
It's
that
free to
best
play
suits their
smack
team's
going
traits.
forward in
As
perpetuity,
exploration
nigga. Until they
progresses,
convince me it's
after
worth spending money
entering
on.
a certain number of domains, Trailblazers can also select a day and night blessing, known as Golden Blood's Boons. These blessings take effect
That's why
during
I'm
the
happy to skip Mighty.
corresponding state.
Save me more resources.
Trailblazers can choose different branches of blessings to further enhance combat effectiveness in specific states.
The figures appearing on the day and night blessings look so familiar. Why is that?
Indeed. This is also Titan technology and another highlight of Divergent Universe Protean Hero. The new day and night system and its blessings are closely tied to the Titans and the Chrysos heirs.
In version 3.1's Divergent Universe, 6 types of Titan Odes will be available for Trailblazers to experience. More will be introduced in future versions.
Each Titan Ode corresponds to a different buff system. Trailblazers just need to select the most suitable Titan Ode for their team to tackle challenges with ease.
The Grove's Divergent Universe offers the most authentic Amphorian experience.
Clearing the Divergent Universe also rewards Branch of Rights. This can be used in the Titan Ode section to unlock more buffs and upgrade them, as well as uncover the corresponding Titan's mythological tales.
Now, my 3 dear guests, please choose
God, I don't
your
even want to
Titan.
do the Gachacast after this. I'm gonna be honest.
Curious about
I don't
how
want to talk
many
about
Titan
this shit.
stories the Grove has interpreted. So let's
I don't even
go
want
with
to
the
do the
one we're most
Gachacast after this,
familiar
bro.
with.
Like, I'm just like, I don't care, bro. I'm gonna go play
Infinity.
Monster Hunter, man.
If I could learn more
Just gonna
about
go
the
play
paths
some
of
Monster Hunter, bro.
Nestia
Fuck
and the
that
other
cast, bro.
Titans,
Fuck this
I'm
live stream.
sure it would give the Flame Chase
A waste of
journey a
fucking
clearer
time, man.
direction. I'll choose Chrysalis of Gold.
Hell.
Lance of Fury. Let me witness the kind of glory you held in the past.
Ooh, excellent choices. Everyone has very clear goals.
After all that, which Titan will you choose, Owlbert?
The answer lies in the name of this Divergent Universe, Protean Hero. The mysteries of Titan technology hold endless possibilities. I firmly believe that if I explore
Make the Gachacast topic
more, I'll
whether way it's
uncover
fishing
more
at this point is
fun,
more interesting in
intriguing,
this
and
shit.
Albert-appropriate ways to play. Besides the day and night system and Titan blessings, the Divergent Universe
We need you to
Protean
counter
Hero
Pokey in the
also
podcast.
brings more
Look, brother,
Protean
I'm
challenges
done.
to the
I'm done
Trailblazers.
arguing with other
This
motherfuckers'
Divergent
opinions,
Universe's
man.
conundrum mode will introduce astronomical division gameplay.
You know what I'm saying?
Although
They can say
heroes
the sky
have
is green, and I'm
countless
be like, bet.
facets, no matter their nature, they all make choices to climb to higher peaks and experience more intense battles.
But for novices like me, who are unfamiliar with the Divergent Universe, what if they can't figure it out?
Don't worry. The Divergent Universe of version 3.1 not only includes an astronomical division mode, but also adds a strategy
What's funny though,
system.
Chad, is
Trailblazers
I
can
said
view
this
and
before.
apply
I said that
strategies that
HSR
people
looks like
like
it's
and
it's
save
literally
them.
going down the Genshin Impact route.
After applying
You
a
know what I'm
strategy,
saying? I
the
called
system will
that
give a
shit.
corresponding recommendation to the Trailblazer based on their currently owned equations, weighted curios, and team lineup. Additionally, in the selection interface for equations and weighted curios, the system will suggest the optimal options.
This way, you can easily follow the guide and enjoy a smoother experience in the Divergent Universe. Through the strategy system, you can also jump to an external webpage for more information or even upload your own strategies.
Not only that, in Divergent Universe Protean Hero, enemy drops will also transform
I'm
into
curious to
special
see what
materials.
the bot it live
Enemy
stream
drops.
saying.
Are you referring to the materials used for character ascension and traces leveling?
59,000 people watching.
When you're short on materials for character ascension or traces leveling, the enemy drops can be automatically exchanged for these special materials.
Now, even the live
Moreover,
stream
this
is like
update adds a new exchangeable 5-star Remembrance Light Cone and Herta's store. Rewards like avatars
Bro, even the
and
live
full
stream people
wallpapers
in
from
here like,
Divergent
okay,
Universe
never mind, I
Visual
see
Comedy
it.
will also become
What? Oh my
available
God,
in Herta's
what? W,
store.
nice, yay, oh.
In
Oh my
addition
God,
to the thrilling challenges of the Divergent
huge.
Universe, version 3.1 also
Yay.
brings lighthearted and adorable events for Trailblazers.
Yeah.
First up, let me introduce the Awoo firm.
Awoo? Awoo!
Okay, what's going on with these little
Wait,
pets?
wrong species.
I ain't gonna cap, they kind of cute.
The Awoo
Oh, so that's what chimeras sound like.
That's right! Chimeras are artificially nurtured, adorable little creatures! The residents of Amphorius train these chimeras to help with simple tasks. And the Awoo firm is the organization they work for.
Jesus,
Chimeras
man.
have to go to work too?
Surprised, Mr. Albert? The war with Nigador caused significant damage to Akima. There's a lot of urgent
shit
work
too
to be
cheeks, I'm
done,
going to
and
bed.
chimeras are indispensable in the reconstruction efforts. However, among the chimeras, there's a particular squad that hasn't been performing up to expectations lately.
So, Trailblazers can take on the role of manager, personally helping the Chimera Squad turn things around and become the strongest team of all.
The work objectives are clear, but how do we achieve them?
When it comes to work, each chimera has different strengths and, of course, shortcomings.
Put it on mute,
Trailblazers
please.
can assign suitable chimeras to tasks,
Ah,
adjust
man,
the
you know,
team composition based on
it
their
is
traits,
what it is,
and create
Cap.
the strongest squad possible. After that, the chimeras will automatically carry out their work. As the manager, Trailblazers just need to supervise.
The leaderboard will show team rankings. Keep aiming for a higher performance ranking to help the Chimeras outperform other
I've
squads
lost track of
and
how many
become
times I've
ultimate
blinked out.
workplace champions.
Doesn't
ADHD
sound
is-
too
is
hard.
kicking in big
Even
time right
someone
now.
like Finan could handle this with ease. Right?
Don't be so mean to Snowy. And don't underestimate the
This
Chimeras,
nigga keeps
see?
spamming, bro. We
Each one
Saiyans
has a
have no
unique
limit.
name, appearance, and personality.
As a manager, you need to understand your employees to assign tasks effectively. Plus, there are some tricky characters to watch out for. For example, there's Shock Force, who is overly eager. And
Those little
Old
pets do
Honest,
look adorable,
who
I admit.
silently endures everything.
I just don't care to hear them explain the shit when I can just do it in game and find out
Are these names?
without even reading anything too.
All right. Let's move on to the next version of it.
Recently, in Akima, there's been a surge of counterfeit antiques made with cutting-edge technology, conning many residents. In the event Holy City Appraisals, Trailblazers will assist Theodoros, the antique shop owner, in appraising these treasures and cleaning up the antiques market.
Appraisals? Well, Finan's weird hobbies are rubbing off on others. Ugh. Besides, how can the Trailblazers, as outsiders, appraise Amphorius' antiques?
Don't worry, it's simple. Trailblazers
means
only
no
need to submit different
worries
materials to Theodoros
for
daily,
the rest
and
of
the
your
rest will be handled
days.
by him. I, Albert, promise there will be no shortage of fun appraisal stories and plenty of rewards for Trailblazers. Okay, now let's take a short break, and the show will resume when we're back.
Okay, second code there, boys. But you could also just check Twitter, honestly, man. How's my my Monster Hunter channel doing? Hey chat, we coming on up over here, bro. Chat, we have 4.37k subs on the Monster Hunter channel. Looking good. It's looking good, chat. Hey, man. You know, I'm just saying, we out here cooking, bro. We moving up. Looking good. Game ain't even out yet. Hey, only if you guys want to watch Monster Hunter content, okay? Only if y'all want to watch Monster Hunter content, chat.
Welcome back, dear viewers. Up next, we have a few more version updates to share with everyone.
I heard from the Trailblazer about an old friend called the Gift of Odyssey.
Yeah, that's right. In version 3.1, Trailblazers can once again earn a 10 warp reward through the Gift of Odyssey check-in event.
Additionally, version 3.1 introduces some new materials for everyone. Stagnant Shadow, Shape of Gelid Moon, and Stagnant Shadow, Shape of Slogjaya will be available soon. Successfully challenging these will provide Treebees and Mighty's Ascension materials respectively.
Amphorius also brings new golden
Shut up,
galaxies.
shut up.
Now you can farm credits and experience materials there too.
Version 3.1 also introduces 2 new sets of planar ornaments. Bone Collection Serene Domain
I'm gonna be honest, bro.
and Giant Tree of Wrapped Brooding.
We don't need any
You can
more
quickly
planar
obtain them
ornament
through the
sets, bro.
planar ornament extraction function in the Divergent universe.
You motherfuckers
In
drop so many
version
sets, bro, and then we
3.1,
gotta
the
regrind this
Planar
shit
Fissure
all
and
over
Realm of the
again,
Strange
dog. It's
Events
like,
will also
holy
return.
bad.
Completing them will earn you double rewards.
Exactly! And that's not all. Version 3.1 brings several system optimizations to Trailblazers. First, the material synthesis system will be optimized. The process of synthesizing trace materials will become much more convenient.
Somebody in chat said
Does
we do
that
need
mean
more
we can
planar ornament
synthesize purple
sets.
materials
Chat,
directly
somebody
from green
literally
ones?
on YouTube side said we need
That's
more
right.
planar ornament
This
sets.
eliminates some of the cumbersome
hell.
extra steps.
The best
Moreover,
customer,
the
dog. The
build
best
guide will
customer.
also receive an update. In version 3.1, when you set a character
Yeah,
as
buddy,
the
keep
build
letting them
target,
sell
the
you new
interactive
sets
piece
for you to
handbook
farm.
will display
Yeah.
all the materials needed for building that character,
Waste your
along with
fucking
shortcuts
currency
to
on.
relevant stages to farm those materials. After each preview ends, Trailblazers can even set newly revealed characters as their build target and start farming the necessary materials in advance.
Oh, that's great! It makes preparation so much easier.
And it looks like we received a special announcement from the project team. Let's take a look.
大家好，我是崩坏系列 IP 烧鸡。在文法罗斯3.0版本上线后，我们收到了来自开拓者的许多反馈和建议。从结果来看，3.0的一些内容，它最终呈现出来的效果是不够理想的。以开拓任务为例，有时为了打开一扇门要反复推球，或是在直面泰坦前还要四处跑来跑去，这种疲惫的感受实在不符合星穹铁道一贯的基调。所以这段时间，我们一直在对主线体验进行审视和优化。包括已上线的3.0
Including both the current version 3.0 and all content moving forward, they're changing things. Apart from what we mentioned earlier in Developer Radio about streamlining text and optimizing puzzles, we're also reworking the mission progression system.
以3.0版本为例
For example, in version 3.0, when Trailblazers journey to the past and cash from Krymnos, there's no more need for backtracking. Instead, starting from the initial position, you can reach the destination directly through an accessible
而原本
path.
这里的玩法会被安排
While the original gameplay features will be
成为
moved
开拓者自由
outside as
探索的
optimal
实现
content for Trailblazers to
当然
explore. They
还
listen
有
to me
对
right
外
there. That's
演
awesome.
出探
This
索
extends the
开
dialogue
拓任务的体验
performances,
是
Trailblade
综合
mission
结合
experiences come from all these
我们会
combined
在未来
elements
的每
for
个
all
版
future
本
versions.
在方方面
We will
面
make
做
more
更细致的
detailed
打磨
improvements to
并
every
且给大
aspect,
家带
aiming
来
to
更
deliver
好的
better
内容
content to you all.
开拓
Yeah,
者
we'll see about
我
that.
是游戏设计 Punk。
I'm
除了
Honkai
像
Star
刚才
Rail
烧鸡老
adding
师
to
说
what
的
they showed
我们也
one
正在调整
improvement and
3.0
then
以及后续
started
版本的游戏内容。
talking instead of
以
telling.
3.1版本为例，我们降低了
Reduced the
地图
number
中
of
的
enemies
人
and
数
maps.
并剥离了部分主线
Removed
流程
several
中的谜
puzzles
题
from the main
希望
story
保证
progression.
谜题与剧情
Our
的
goal is
结
to
合
make
更加
puzzles
紧
blend
密
more naturally
且
with the
不会
story.
有很强的打断感。在原本的设计
Take
中，
the original
地图中
design,
有
for
几处
example, the
扎格
map
列斯
featured
之手
several hands of
开拓者
Zagreus
需要多
gameplay
次
requiring
切换操作
Trailblazers to
视
change
角
camera
但其
angles
实只是为了打开一条通
simply
道。
to open a pathway.
在复盘过程
In
中，
our review
我们意
process,
识到
we
这样的
realized the
设计
design
不
was
仅
both
繁琐，也
cumbersome
没有很强的趣
and
味
not particularly
于
fun.
是我们将这些
We
并不有
removed
趣
the
的
less
流
engaging
程
elements
从
from
主
the main
线中
story,
删去，但是仍会保留地图
while
中
keeping
围
the
绕
hand
这
of
些扎格
Zagreus
列
puzzle
斯之手
designs
的
in the
谜
map.
题设计，供抱有探索
Curious
欲的开拓
Trailblazers
者
discover on
自
their
行
own.
发现。希望我们的调整
We
能
hope
让
these
开拓
improvements
者
will make
更好地
exploring
探索
Amphorius
文
a
法
smoother
罗斯，
experience for y'all.
享受解谜乐趣。
Where's
同时
the
也欢迎开拓者提出
Where's the
更多的建议
cutscenes?
和反
Where's
馈
the。skip button?
Thanks, Project Team.
No cutscenes, no skip button.
That brings us to the end of today's special program. Any final thoughts from our guests?
I hope everyone enjoys diving deeper into Amphorius' story. We can't wait to create more memories with all of you.
May your blade never break, but forever press forward.
There are still countless details in Amphorius
No
waiting to be
improvement
discovered.
to
I
character
hope
expression.
you'll forge deeper bonds with
No
this world
improvement to
and its people.
camera
And
angles.
of course, there are
No
plenty of
mention of any
chimeras
of that.
waiting for us to lead them. Well, thank you to all our viewers for tuning in. And now, the version 3.1 special
Classic
program is
Hoyo,
coming to an
man.
end. That's a wrap.
Classic
Bye-bye.
Hoyo.
Bye now.
Farewell.
Hey, bro, I'm telling you guys, you got to go free to play with Smack. You got to go free to play with Smack, bro. That's what it is. I give that patch update maybe a 2, maybe a 3 out of 10. Give it about a 2 or a 3 out of 10, I would say. Yeah. What do y'all give it, chat? Go ahead. What do y'all give it? Yeah, that didn't look pretty good, man. It looked pretty bad, I'll be honest. That was a waste of time, pretty much. It has honestly spoiled my excitement to do anything in this stream, bro. Yeah. That was just a fucking buzzkill, bro. Like my energy did not improve. My energy always improves after a stream and I'm hanging out with chat. My energy went down, bro. Like, dear God. That was horrible. That was a hard watch, man. Oh boy. I legit not logged in for like a week. Now I don't want to do it at all. I feel sleepy after that shit. Yeah, bro. It was that was pretty bad, boys. I don't know, man. That was pretty goddamn bad. Hey, at least it's over. Hey, hold up. Let's see what the number one shield. Let's see what the number one shield is saying, bro. Hold on, I gotta pop in on this, bro.
Usually we get a website to see exactly what's going on. If anyone has that website, can you kindly link me to that? Like, there's this website that you guys can open, and then we can see like what are the additional notes or like interactions, that kind of stuff. If you guys have that kind of website. Yep. Okay. Anyways, should be released.
Bro's fishing for content
alongside with My Day.
Yeah. See, but Pokey's immediately locked in on the content. He's fishing for. He's already trying to farm. Bro's locked in for the content farm, bro. Hey, I respect it, man. Hey, can't knock the hustle. Can't knock those. I saw somebody in his chat say 3 out of 10. That's insane. Yeah, I saw somebody in his chat say 3 out of 10. Okay, let's do this. Give me a second, chat. Hold up. Boom, boom. I'm gonna go to I have to upload that video because I need the internet to know that that patch was fucking pathetic. HSR. Okay. Patch 3.1 rating is a 3 out of 10. Looks to be, yeah. Looks to be a 3 out of 10. Patch, you know, I'm not even going to say that. Patch 3.1 doesn't look mid. It looks, I got to find a new word, bro. Doesn't look mid. It looks subpar. Yeah, there we go. Honkai Star Rail 3.1 live stream. There we go. Honkai Star Rail 3.1 live stream reaction by Gacha Smack. Pretty fucking horrible, man. Boom, boom, boom. Fucking Honkai Star Rail, HSR, and Gacha Smack. Holy shit. It's not peak, it's bleak. Dude, like, man. And the shit they addressed, was so fucking surface level, man. You know, the we removed a couple puzzles. That's pretty much it, huh? Am I nuts, chat? Like, am I crazy? Use the thumbnail where you put your head on your forehead. Yeah, that's a good one, man. Yeah, we could do that right now, actually. Hold on. You know what? I'm gonna do something better. I'm gonna do something better, bro. That's gonna be my thumbnail right there, boys. Hey, that's gonna be my thumbnail right there, bro. You know what? We're changing the title and everything, bro. Chat, we're changing the title and every fucking thing, bro. Yep, that's the thumbnail. On God, bro. That is the thumbnail, chat. All right, let's come over here. Boom. Yep, we're gonna bring this shit. All right, hold up, chat. Here it is. Here it is, boys. Oh, fuck, bro. I'm so serious, dog. Oh, man. That's it. Save a copy on your computer. Join the call. I'll join it after. I'm working right now. Hold up. JPEG 00 snooze. There we go. Okay. Bam. All right, easy money. Easy money. There it is. All right, we gonna come back here. Chat, I don't even need to say that. How I truly feel about patch 3.1 live stream in Honkai Star Rail. That's it right there, chat. Hey, chat, that's it, man. That's it right there, bro. I'm about to ship it. I'm about to ship it off, let it do a little render on the HD, and then we upload that shit frame one, bro. HSR 3.1. Gotcha, smack. All right, I'm not doing anything else. That's good enough. Boom. Boom. There it is. Hold up, chat. We almost done. Should take about 2 more minutes and that's it. Take about 2 more minutes and then that's it. Only 2 events for Stellar Jades too. Yeah, that shit was a 3 out of 10, bro. It was pretty fucking bad. I missed it. What happened? Was it that bad or boring? No smack looks so disappointed. It's pretty bad, man. It's pretty bad. I'll be honest. Guys, I see y'all saying Tech wants me to join. I know I just told you fuckers that I'm in the middle of scheduling this video to upload. It's literally like, relax, boys. All right. The shit ain't going nowhere. All right, let me see. We are going to schedule that to upload literally in 1 fucking hour. Let's schedule that to upload at 7:30 a.m. That should be plenty of time for the HD version to finish. Honestly, I feel like it should be good, and it should be good at 7 a.m. honestly. 7 a.m. Boom. All right, cool. That shit is scheduled. It's good to go. Boom, boom, boom. All right, that shit is uploading at 7 a.m. chat. Okay.
In Japan, did you guys know and the chick went off on one? I'm like, yeah, that just became a thing.
What's good, Smack?
Yo, what's up, man? I came in here and Ryuku was going off. That's exactly what I expected.
It's about Japan too.
Yeah. What's going on, guys? Y'all doing all right, man? Sorry for the wait.
Chill,
Thanks for
man.
waiting for me. I just wanted to get that shit scheduled.
Nah, you all good, man. Everything's great. Honestly, we just get into this shit because I know some of you guys are probably really tired. So I say let's just fucking bang this shit out.
No, I'm
Yes,
chilling.
sir.
Yeah, it's all good. All good. No rush.
I
just had my coffee.
I will be real. I know at least two of us have plans today. Today's an important day to
What's
some
today?
people.
Get laid?
Today's fucking Valentine's Day, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I hate this fucking day, bro.
Sounds like a you problem, bro.
Really? I'm not. It's nice.
No, it's not. I don't need a corporation
Chat, I'm gonna make y'all a little
to tell
smaller.
me, oh, this is the day that you need to do this for that. Fuck that.
No. I'm an insensitive boyfriend. Yes, I do. I need to be reminded. Okay, so I need Instagram to tell.
You're like, yeah, you know what?
Yeah. You know.
Maybe I'll only hit you once today.
Maybe I'll give you one stutter, not two, just one.
Man. All right. Would anybody like to? But yeah, I'm gonna send some requests out to you guys to get a knock on y'all's Twitch chat.
Oh,
if you
shit.
guys want to share chats, you're more than welcome to. You don't have to. I just figured I'd extend the olive branch. And yeah, let me send a couple of these knocks out to merge chats. If I remember how to do this, let's do 1, 2.
Oh, Chad, give me 2 seconds. I gotta log into my.
Yeah, what if I knock on your stream right now?
I think
that would fuck everything up. I'm pretty sure. I think.
All right, there we go. Let's go to accept. Damn, that shit, they changed, they updated it. It's now like bright pink for Uncle Smack. That's perfect.
Hell yeah. Saint Tontas.
Allow this
Yeah,
time.
and then
Oh, I visited the site.
Ethan. Why do you not wait, Ethan? Are you not partnered on Twitch?
No, I am.
Wow.
I don't know why- Wait, hold on. I think if I knock to you, it won't fuck it up. I think it actually
try.
adds me. So here,
I don't think I'm not partnered, but
yeah,
I have
requested.
knocked on before.
You've had a knock, but you're not partnered? Interesting. Let me see.
Yeah, it's possible to knock, but not be partnered.
Wait, are you
Sure.
supposed to accept multiple collab requests or just one?
Just should be one.
Okay.
I think once he starts one, everyone else can ask to join. I just
Okay.
It says
Ethan.
waiting for host.
I just got one by Ethan that said he wants to collaborate.
Oh, you did?
Right after tech. That's why I was
Ethan joined up.
confused.
Ethan joined up.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
it says I'm waiting for host.
That's all good. Hey guys, I'm gonna be
there
honest
we
with you,
go.
man. I almost ended my stream after that one, bro. I guess I'll save it for the cast though. I know.
Do you want to?
Well, it's because I got love for tech, and I told Ryuko I wanted to talk with him. I was like, you know what, bro? Fuck, I want to end stream right now, but I'm not about to.
You're not happy about the patch?
Oh,
you guys not feeling too good about it?
Dear
Wait,
God.
guys, I didn't watch it. What happened? I heard it was just shit.
Bro.
Well, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, I'll save it. We'll save it for the podcast, man.
Yeah, that shit looks gas, by the way. Let's get into it. We'll make this real quick. Smack, how much time you got?
Brother, I'm not gonna just bail out on you, man. Whatever time you need, man.
Whenever his PC crashes.
I'm shooting for 45 minutes. Maybe
Okay.
it'll go longer. We'll
Okay.
say. All right, here we go. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We got a lot to talk about here today. We are on the Gachacast. Once again, I am joined by Saint Tontas, Ryuku, Ethan, Gacha, Smack, and Genocide. You probably know them before. They've been on previous episodes. We were talking about things in the terms of more recently into the early section of the podcast. We're talking about the HSR 3.1 live streams, how we all feel about it, as well as other games like Wuthering Waves 2.1, Genshin Impact 5.4, and most likely Limbus Company. At the very end, there will be spoilers. If you do not want to listen to that part, skip that. But for all Limbus enjoyers, there will be a section of that and anything else anybody wants to talk about. But without further ado, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to every single channel here. Go follow them all on Twitch. The link will be in the description. And yeah, thank you all for watching. Let's get into it. All right, anyways, YouTube mode over. What did you all think of the HSR live streams, and what did y'all's chat think? I'm curious. Anybody wants to jump in for that?
Could have been 20 minutes. I think that Divergent universe actually doesn't look that bad. It looks kind of interesting. But other than that, it's just a fucking patch, and it should have been 20 minutes. I feel like they really like that VA's voice. What card is that? That looks familiar. And it's like, holy fuck, bro. Like, it's too early for this. Like, get this shit the fuck out of here. Like 20 minutes, get it over with. That's it.
Okay. All right. Smack, what'd you think, man? You said you wanted to end stream after that shit.
I did. It gave me a bit of nostalgia of 3.0 storytelling, bro. I was like, that's a lot of waffling and not a lot of telling. I mean, showing. I asked my chat at the end of the stream. I said, "What do you guys rate it?" And I was actually expecting to see like some 6s and 7s. They went with 1, 2s, and 3s, just like I did. So even the chat unanimously was pretty. It's pretty fucked up. You know what's funny is I went into the actual bot chat, the HSR chat, and even people in there were complaining. I said, "Holy shit!"
Oh, I thought you were about Mr. Poke's chat.
No. Yeah. No, it was bad, man. It was bad. It was that Teletubby vibe. It looks like they're targeting like a child, and instead of like even a teen, and not even targeting a teenager. It looks like they're targeting a child, man. It's pretty bad.
Wait. Speaking of Teletubby, did you guys see the new collaboration MiHoYo's doing with one of their games with Teletubbies?
No shot.
No way.
Tears of Themis. You guys know that game? That's like the Love and Deep Space that they own. Teletubbies official collab. I'm gonna link this in the Discord.
Oh, there's no way.
That's fucking insane.
Oh wait, no, this is gonna ruin my whole day.
That's actually insane.
That's just nuts.
It's real.
Oh no, it is real. Yo, that is fucking crazy.
The fuck. Okay, I'm gonna make a whole ass 40-minute.
Yeah, I thought you would like that, especially, bro.
That's
crazy.
That's insane. Holy shit.
Yeah, that is insane.
I don't get it.
Smack made the perfect segue into that, bro. Like, holy.
Is that still a dating game too, or am I bugging? Is it not?
I think so. Yeah.
Like I know it's not less bad,
but right now, let's go.
I mean, that's what I get though, man. Yeah.
Fuck?
The shit they explained is like literally the way they did everything is the literal opposite of Wuthering Waves. Wuthering Waves was too much information in too short of a time. Theirs was too short information and too fucking long of a time, man. It was just horrible.
Yeah.
So okay,
let's in the middle.
Let's break this down bit by bit. Jonathan, I know you didn't see any of this. Feel free to skip to the live stream while you want.
No, yeah, that's what I've been doing, bro. It looks boring as hell, man.
Hell
like
yeah.
The first half was like My Day and Tribby. Like that's it.
Yes. That's a great talking point. Any overwhelming thoughts on Tribby? Let's focus on Tribby right now. Are we excited for her? How are we feeling about that?
It's adorable, but I don't really care.
Yeah.
Tribby, I like her for meta purposes, and that's it. I don't even like how she looks. And I y'all know I'm not a fan of the smaller characters. It's not even that. I just don't like her hairstyle, bro. I don't like anything about her, honestly. But meta wise would be the only reason I'm picking her up.
Yeah, I was told to get her for Herta, and that's it.
Buffs, debuffs, AoE, that sort of thing. Like, yeah, her kit's pretty decent, but like, just personally, like, her voice sounds really reminiscent of Paimon as well. I don't. Was it just me? Like, it's like an octave. But it's pure Paimon. Like, can she just shut up, please?
I thought she was a higher pitched March 7th. Because I had it like kind of like playing off screen as well while I was watching some of your guys' streams, and I was just like, "Wait, is that March 7th?" For a couple of times.
Did you guys see Sayu's tweet about Tribby a couple weeks ago?
Oh yeah.
No, wait, what
Did you see this?
Wait, give me. I'm gonna shoot from the hip here and say, is this supposed to be his spouse?
Yes.
Ah, fuck me.
So for anybody who doesn't know, everyone is in this tweet. So Sayu, the voice of Jing Yuan, his IRL wife is the voice actor of Tribby.
Oh,
and so when Tribby came out, he posted a photo of Tribby and say, "That's literally my wife." And then everybody on the internet is this guy a pedophile, bro. It is so funny.
I feel like
no.
It takes a special amount of brain power to not think how that doesn't look. Just like you don't think that's a red flag just to post. It's kind of like, this fucking Jesus Lord.
It's actually so funny, bro. Like that should have me fucking cackling. But yeah. You know, despite popular opinion, I actually quite like.
That's crazy.
Like,
I really like the canon. I think the canon's cool. I think the rocket ship's cool. And you know, I think she's a kid character that actually doesn't make me want to fucking vomit. I think she's not sexualized at all, which makes me happy. She just seems cute, seems fun. I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I think they could have done more with her animation for like the stars and sparkles for her alt animation, but other than that, she just looks like a fun character. I will probably pull her unless she's only viable via E1, which I'll just skip on her at that point.
Nah, she'll be solid at E0. And to be fair, you're right, man. As for Harmony, now that I think about it, he brings that up. For a Harmony character doing all of those attack animations while buffing the team, that's actually a step up from what we normally see from a Harmony character.
Yeah. No, I think it actually looks fun. I also like Trivia in the story too. I thought it was nice how she said if Aglia was going to do anything bad to, I would have stepped in, which is cool. She's not a pussy. Feels cool. And let's move on to my day. My day is something that I am really confused about because he was my favorite character in all of Amphorius design-wise. I think he looks amazing. And JP, he sounds amazing. I was very let down by his kid. I don't know. It did not impress me whatsoever.
Really? I actually thought I just thought the animations were cool. I feel like there's a lot of people shitting on it. There wasn't anything about it that I was like, that's kind of whack. Like, I don't know. Maybe I just had too low of expectations because I didn't do the story.
Me personally, brother, I had a Spartan in my mind. I had Pantheon from League in my mind. I had like blood, takeaways, fucking spear, martial arts stuff. And all I saw was a meathead with some crystals and one punch to the ground from like, what is with this punch to the ground shit? These devs can't cook up anything else, bro. Like the punch from the ground, buddy from Zenless Zone Zero does the same thing. I'm like, I'm so tired of seeing that animation. But that was me, Ethan. I'm not trying to take away from your experience.
No, I get that. I get you like from the imagination, like the way it is, like the Greek mythology stuff. Like, I think it'd be something crazy instead of like a red samba. I just thought visually it looked cool, though. I'm not gonna lie, but I get like going in one or more for sure.
I think when he summons the lion image comes
that
out.
looked cool.
It looks cool.
That was cool.
But everything else just feels underwhelming. What are you trying to say, Ryuku?
I was gonna say, lore-wise, he seems like a combination of like Heracles or Hercules, Achilles, the way like they explained it, and also in the design with the lion as well. I also got like, speaking of Spartans, Leonidas, because his name Leonidas actually about lions and lions as well. Like lore-wise, my day is really damn cool. Like, and also design-wise, he looks like a Gilgamesh. We all know that as well. And also when he was sitting in the chair, I saw Black Adam. I don't know, like the way he was sitting in the chair, that was like pure Black Adam for me. Like the way he sitting in the throne, that was really cool. I like. Yeah, the original Jack character, yes.
Wayne, actually.
But like, and I kind of I really like the crystals as well. Like the way the crystals looked at the animations were really cool. But like the kit, it was like everyone just saying Blade. It's just another. It's just Blade. It's just,
that was disappointing. That was disappointing. That I will say the kit was whack.
I think Blade looks better.
HP scaling, more HP Blade. Yeah,
yeah.
Blade.
My take on him is that like he didn't really seem to have the most exciting kit, and so I thought the animation side was going to be a bit more original.
Yeah,
and I really wish they leaned a lot more into the whole Gilgamesh thing, and then maybe had him like make swords or weapons out of like earth and then throw them at the enemy. That probably would have been a lot cooler. But right now it looks like he's like a budget or not like a budget, but like an earthbender, and it's kind of like all right, like,
earthbender with crystals.
Yeah, like crystals are coming up. He makes like one lion, and like I don't know. It did it. When you see a kit like that seems like so simple, or that we've already seen the kit before. I expected the animations to be like a lot more unique.
Yeah,
they couldn't afford it, man.
Animations were way cooler. Yeah, I know the budget's so tight.
There's nothing they could do.
They
tried the best they can, bro. I don't know why you expected so much.
They should have just brought Teletubbies to Honkai Star Rail. I'm tired of this shit.
Yeah,
let's just do some real stuff.
With the Dragon Ball Z voice acting, bro. The English Dragon Ball Z voice acting. It's just, I went from wanting to pull him must have to skip. I'm skipping him. I really am.
Like, I love his voice, but the line delivery was really strange. Was it just me? Like the way he was delivering the line it felt like it was like cut up in like different sections and it stitched together really haphazardly. I was like, what the hell is this line read? So confused.
Okay, I'm just gonna say it, dude. I think that the fishing minigame looks like it has more content than all of this entire patch from what I'm seeing on my list.
The fishing event was really good.
I think it actually got more, bro.
I was fishing before we did this. I'm not gonna lie. Like 4 a.m. I'm like, all right, we're going fishing, boys. Like, fuck it. I gotta stay awake.
I think a good talking point, and Ryuk probably he's gonna want to weigh in on this, is them addressing the problems. They just addressed removing some puzzles from the story, and that was pretty much it. No facial expression improvement, no camera angle improvement, no more cutscenes, no skip button. Like it just was like, yeah, guys, we're just gonna remove some of these puzzles.
They didn't listen. Like it really annoyed me when that 3.0 special thing came out and all the videos saying, Steph, listen. I was like, did you guys read what was being said? They didn't listen at all. They're just like, oh, You don't like it? We'll just remove it then. No, that's not what's being said. We didn't say remove it. We said tweak it, fix it, make it better. Don't remove it. Like you literally are not listening. You're like putting a band-aid on something that is people. We want to enjoy this game, but you're not doing it. In terms of the storytelling, we're asking for more camera angles, more facial expressions, more character movement, less black screens, less static images. Have some every now and then. Sure, whatever, fine. But like what you're doing, you're saying, oh, you think it's too long? No, the length is not the issue. The length is fine if you make it good. 10 hours of fantastic storytelling with fantastic story, bring it the fuck on. More, whatever. But this here, the way you're telling this shit, fuck off. No, this is bullshit. And what they're saying is, oh, here's a skip button. It's not a skip button. You can skip certain sections for certain dialogues in certain cases. That's not a skip button. If you miss that because you're like, oh, fuck, click, and, oh, that was a skip button. Fuck, I missed it. Then you're stuck in the dialogue anyway. Fuck me. Just put a skip. There's a skip button in the game already. Like when you're going through a dialogue section and you're fighting a mob at the end and you happen to die for whatever reason, you have to go back and go through the dialogue section again. There's a skip button, right? It's in the top right corner. You have the technology in the game already. Just make it accessible at all times. Is it so fucking hard? You tick a toggle on. There you go. Skip button. Done. Everyone's happy. Let's fucking continue. Jesus Christ. Holy shit.
I knew he was going to have a lot to say about
Bro,
it.
I will say this. I think I don't like the changes.
God.
But I think this proves that you have to fucking speak up, because the fact that they addressed this within 30 days of the patch, I think is fucking cool though. The fact like that there was so much negativity, and then like everyone's like, oh, you know, it was cool for me. I liked it, so I guess it was fine. And it's like you could have your personal preference, but objectively that shit was ass.
I really hate when people can't separate their personal preferences from what is actually going on. It's so annoying.
I loved Destiny 2. That game was fucking dog shit. One of the worst games I've ever played, but I played the fuck out of it for like 1,000 hours. It's like, that's why you need to speak up and talk about these things. And so I will give them props. I'll put them over for a little bit for, again, at least addressing it within 30 days as opposed to waiting months and months and months. But yeah, no, the changes are pretty mid though. They're pretty ass.
And that was just my thoughts on the story aspect. Not to mention like what they removed, like the actual gameplay part. Like they removed a lot of the mobs. There's too many? Yeah. Oh, so you want them to remove all of them? No. Too many doesn't remove all of them. Just like reduce them. Instead of having like 4 random mobs that you can just get rid of or delete with Acheron, make one pretty difficult elite mob instead. You're removing all of them. You're just removing less stuff for us to do in the game. In this turn-based action game, we're supposed to play. Like,
dude, it's kind of like they're like a bitter ex-girlfriend. Like, oh, okay. Well, then I'll just get rid of it then.
Exactly.
Get rid of it. You don't like it? Okay, I'll just leave.
That's exactly what happens, though. I've seen this with like a lot of Asian games, like Gacha games. When the community gets mad at something and they remove something, they just remove all of it. They kill the whole thing rather than a bit of it. This happens like all the time. I think it's just common. Like, oh, you don't like it? Okay, we'll just kill all of it. Okay, fine. Fuck you. Fine. You don't get anything then. That happens all the time, man.
You know. No, go ahead, Techie.
I'm going to circle back real quick and then we can continue. I do want to say the other concern that I had about My Day is I feel like his numbers are going to be crazy. And then in a year, he's going to be power crept.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Next health scaler.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Blade 2.
Yeah,
Blade 2.
I just wanted to say, actually, fuck me. I lost my train of thought.
It's all right, man. It's all good.
It's fine.
Yeah.
And also, Castorus is going to embody everybody in this entire fucking expansion.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
She's going to be beyond broken. Yeah, that's why I think it actually is fine to skip My Day to get Castorus.
Yeah.
I was gonna say on the whole like updates, like the whole like quality of life thing. I think it's a bit of a worrying trend when it comes to like how you're seeing Hoyoverse fix their games. Think about things like ZZZ, where the quality of life is removing a feature from the game, the TVs. And now in Honkai Star Rail, the quality of life over here is just removing parts of the story or parts of the experience from the game. To me, it's turning
but the TVs
into like
shit though.
Like, exactly right. It's turning into the point where like the buffs, the quality of life buffs, are actually just like removing quality of death from the game. Where like it's like all of the features that are like not good, that people aren't enjoying, that they're spending development time to put in the first place. The removal of things from the game is what's making it better. And that's just like, holy shit, what are they doing in the drawing board? Like the brainstorming session? What are they doing when they're actually crafting these features where they're so bad that removing them makes the game better?
Well, we all want a skip button, and that's just removing the story.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, I honestly, and I know that's one way to look at it, but I'd rather devs understand when they fucked up and remove it than try to fix something that they just fucking can't. Like for example, Wuwa. I would rather them just take out the beginning 3 acts because they're so fucking shit. Because they already rewrote it twice and it's still shit. And I wish
It
they would
ruins
just
the new
fucking-
player.
It does. The new player experience is fucking
immediately off to a bad start. They should start doing 2.0.
Dude, honestly, yeah.
Just delete
start
1.0, man.
2.0. Fuck. But yeah, I mean, hopefully the devs for Honkai Star Rail actually get their shit together. And I can definitely agree that would be worrisome, but I would rather them just remove something than them have another failed attempt at them trying to fix it, because clearly they just fucking can't. But hopefully in the future, what they do is they remove all the shit we didn't like. They remove all the yap from the past, and then in the future, going forward, there's more dynamic camera angles. There's more interesting dialogue. That shit and the other. I'm gonna try to remain positive. Otherwise, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Anybody else have any other thoughts on this?
Just one last quick add-on. Sorry, is I think it's just odd though that it's taking them this long up until the 2.3 update, or is it 3.2 update, to even just remove all these things. I feel like it should have been something that they had ready to go for 3.1 instead of like announcing it when it's like 40 plus days away, like maybe 50, 60 days away. That's when they announced it. It seems like a really long time for something where it's just like they're taking stuff out of the game.
That kind of ties into what I was getting ready to interject with. I genuinely feel like Hoyoverse has seen this happen so many times where they just have to announce any change, even if it's the smallest increment of it. And the community normally just knee jerks, oh, look, guys, this is what we're getting. And they're so used to people just being happy about something that's not really significant. And I feel like that's their plan of attack all the time. Just announce the smallest increment of change and see how they respond. And usually the community goes, oh, see, they're listening. And then they never actually change anything.
Yeah.
Like,
to piggyback off of that, I do think like the community is just so used to eating slop. Like you said, the second they get the little like shimmer of hope, devs listen, you know? And so, yeah, I think we are seeing, hopefully we continue to see a trend of change. I don't think change will ever happen against an Impact, but these two other games and the future ones, I think will happen.
I'm not sure. I think that Honkai Star Rail might become the next Genshin in some ways.
Agreed.
But
I think it's on its way.
It already was for me. It already was for me.
I think a big thing with the devs listen and all that kind of stuff is actions always speak louder than words, and companies love to promise all sorts of stuff. They say, we'll do this, we're listening, we're doing these things. But I really don't care if they're not actually going to do it. I usually will judge based on the actual result. It doesn't really matter what they say. Sure, we can acknowledge that they are acknowledging it, and that's great. But until they do something, like, I'm not going to praise them and be like, wow, this is so amazing, they're doing these things, until it actually fixes whatever the problem is.
I think
it's like what happened. Sorry, I was just going to say, like with the in Genshin, when they had like the craftable artifact thing, I was like, oh, they're actually giving us that option, like finally. But when it actually came to implementing, it was like you can craft maybe one a month if you're lucky, if you do everything, and you have to have the battle pass as well. Like that is not solving the issue. Like the actual function there is great, but like having it be so tedious, and you can only make one, and even then it's only get like 2 substats, and you've also got the RNG on the rest of it. It doesn't solve anything. And the same thing happened in just all across the board with like Honkai Star Rail as well. Like they're saying that they're going to buff the units. I'll believe it when I see it. Like maybe they do, but like how are they going to buff them? Like everyone's saying, oh, they fixed it. Well, we still don't know yet. How are they going to fix it? They say they're going to address all the story stuff. How are they going to address the story stuff? From what they've told us about how they're going to address the story stuff already, it's not really a fix. We've got hope for the buffs. We're going to see what they're like. But until then, no credit until it drops and we can actually see what they've done, in my opinion, anyway.
Yeah, I've always seen spoilers of leaks of how they're going to fix these characters.
Some dreams.
Yeah, I've seen some dreams. What I've seen is they're just going to increase raw ratios and make them hit harder. And then for certain characters that have inconsistencies, they're just going to make them consistent. That's pretty much all I've seen so far. Maybe that's all it'll take, but I haven't seen them like give him a new ability, give him a new alt. I haven't seen that. I've just seen game buffs. Well, which really concerns me is like, how the fuck, if we buff Blade, how are we going to make him feel better than My Day? How are we going to make him feel like My Day? Because it'll either be the exact same unit or like, I just don't understand how we differentiate it, because the characters are the exact fucking same.
That's the one that's not going to get buffed.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say he already feels better than My Day from what I saw.
I think we just gotta wait and see until the implementation, right? I think I think Hoyoverse is one of the only companies, right, where we see a quality of life update that's supposed to be amazing, like the Genshin artifact selector, and it's so bad on release, they get so much negative feedback that they have to put a quality of life buff for the quality of life buff. Like that might be one of the only companies I've ever seen that requires updates like that. And knowing that track record, I would just be very skeptical of like what they do for the first round of buffs, like what they're actually going to do for the characters, what they're promising, because they're promising a lot,
dude.
Right? And they've already under-delivered multiple times when it comes to the big promises they've made.
That reminds me of that. I'm sorry for interrupt. That reminds me of that fucking that skit where the guy was like, "We put the battle pass inside of the battle pass."
yeah.
I've seen that.
Yeah. It's like, all right, wow.
Wait, here's a question for you guys though. Let's pretend that they buff a bunch of old units and there's less power creep, and they fix some of the storytelling. Is the game great now? Like, would you be excited for future patches though? Because my question is like, yeah, they're promising these things and it would be great for the game, but does that make the game exciting again? Because 3.0 had like so little hype around it, and people didn't even know that some of these issues would be apparent, such as the storytelling.
For me, honestly, yeah, I actually would be excited. Yeah, I mean, I really don't think HSR is that far gone, to be completely honest.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really need that much. Just cut down on the dialogue, make the characters feel better, have a longer depth of roster, and have it less be like, figure out what team you're going to build versus how do I tackle this boss. If we get it back to how I can tackle this better than how do I make this team optimal, then I'm super down for that shit. Yeah, no, I still like the game quite a bit. I have a lot of hope for it.
I just think it just needs like actual core feature. I almost feel like more than just like buffs. Like if they just added like a new feature to the combat, I think that would go farther than almost anything else.
Oh, absolutely. No, I 100% agree as well. But yeah, those are the tweaks I want for now. What's up, Santos?
I was gonna say I think if you pulled most of the players that quit, like maybe after like 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, and then maybe like quit in like 3.0, like just basically quit across the last 10 months, I feel like a majority of the reasons would be the dialogue bloat in the story, things like taking too long to do. I literally have like an example on my end of just trying to get Harmony Trailblazers E6. It's like stuff like that just feels like a slog. Yeah, it feels like a chore. It feels like a job at that point to do that shit. And like that plus the power creep, all of your characters from like less than a year ago becoming useless, those have to be some of the biggest reasons for people quitting. And I think that's why that's the stuff being directly addressed by the devs. And I do genuinely believe if those things are actually fixed, they're catching it somewhat early on, then a lot of people will come back to the game. I probably would too. But right now, it's just like, it feels like you're either in a permanent state of catch-up, or it's just like you literally are spending hours on things you don't want to do when you play the game.
No, but they don't have to, because the Fate collab, when that rolls around, everyone's going to come back anyways. They don't have to do shit until that. So that's their moment when they got the big comeback, so they can stall until then. I'm not even.
What do you think they're going to do for that?
They were just griefing, knowing that they had that in the back pocket. Just
I mean,
for that collab, all I expect is just skins. That's all.
It's just going to be characters and story. I don't think it's going to be anything crazy. I really want to play the game, but I really like. I just feel like to me, I'm just kind of there's just too much shit. Like you said, it does feel like a job. I have a job.
As someone that has 2,000 days login days, 2,000 login days on Fate Grand Order, I don't care about that collab. I'm sorry. It's like unless it's actually decent. If it's just skins, I'm good.
It's like side game, like gameplay. But then like main game commitment to play HSR. It's kind of weird.
It's not that bad. I don't know. I think all gachas are secondary jobs though.
That's what I was getting ready to say. I view it as these gacha games. Think of in a 24-hour period, you eat, let's say, 4 meals a day. And 3 of the meals that you're eating a day, not only are they easy to eat, they're easy to digest. I would say that HSR is that 4th meal that's difficult to eat and it's hard to digest as well right now. And if they were to fix the methodical approach to storytelling and give a better visual experience, a better presentation, it would be easier to digest and better to eat as well. I view all these gacha games, the reason, and I feel like tech might have been going into this direction as well, it would fix the problems for me because I'd be able to eat my meal and move on to my next meal, which would be Wuthering Waves and Zenless Zone Zero. But if it's because the fucking meal is difficult to eat, and it's like fucking up the whole course of the day. if that reference makes sense.
Yeah, you're stuck on it.
I've used the exact analogy.
It feels like Honkai Star Rail just doesn't fucking understand anything about storytelling. And I really think things went downhill after Bellabog. I really fucking do. They brought in this Shao Ji motherfucker.
The beginning.
That guy needs to leave.
He's just bad. Like, good lord. Like, dude, my chat was booing when he came on screen because he is the guy who obliterated the story. They're like, oh, he's from Honkai Impact. He's so good. No, the guy sucks.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
out.
Everyone praises Honkai Impact 3rd. After Himiko, I don't care about quantum physics. That game has 400 hours of fucking dialogue. Get that shit the fuck out of here. Stop pretending it's the pinnacle of storytelling. That is a visual novel with some fucking Gen 1 gacha gameplay. That bro cooked one good story. I'm sorry. It's just it's not it.
That community's like a Cowboys fan, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
It's insane. Bro. It's fucking crazy. Like, Ethan, did you do chapter 25? It's 13 hours of quantum physics about 3 black holes. It's like, no, bro, what the fuck? Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. I think Shaoji's storytelling is exceptional when you have the skip button in the game. Like,
absolutely.
No, it's exceptional when Himiko dies, bro. Just kill Himiko. It'll change everything. That's
Dude, what I don't get is they honestly need to do that. Like, Don Hong no longer needs to be in the story. Don Hong should have stayed in Zhanzhou Luofu. He finished his story. He became Don Hong ill. Why is he still here? He's done. Like, March makes sense. We still know what's she about, right? But they're bringing on these characters that their journeys are done. So let them die or get them the fuck out of the story. We don't need them.
Don't you want to see him in base form the entire time afterwards after you get to see his cool one? Yeah, all you see is his base form for the rest of the game.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Like, well, maybe he has a new Dan Hong form. Yeah.
No, that's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen.
This is Super Saiyan level 2. Like, all right.
And this is Super Saiyan 2.
The thing is, I don't think the writing is the biggest problem.
Right? Surely y'all are joking. There's no way that's real.
I hope they are joking.
I don't think the writer is the biggest problem with Honkai Star Rail. It's not the writer. Like, the writer, of course, they're like messing up every now and then. No, the writer's definitely got something to do it, but I don't think they're the biggest problem. The problem is the director. The director is supposed to take what the writer gives them and like implement it into the story and say, okay, we've got this story here. Okay, this is how we like implement this gameplay aspects into this game. The director is supposed to look at that story and say, okay, this is what's happening here. Put a fight here, put a boss there, put a puzzle there. They're supposed to look at that and implement, interweave as best as they can, gameplay aspects into the story. The story is the writer. The gameplay aspects is for the game devs, and the director is supposed to interweave them correctly. I don't know who they've got directing it, but they're doing nothing. The writer, they're making some stumbles, but they're not the biggest problem. It's the director, and it's their problem. Whatever they're doing, they're just thinking, oh, you got the story? Cool. Copy paste into there, just put some idle animations. Let's go. They're not doing their fucking job. They're being lazy. That is the problem. That's my opinion anyway.
Someone in Smack's chat. Oh, yeah, I just want to say someone in Smack's chat said this previously. I think Smack said himself, the cameraman just put down the camera and left. That's what it is. That's been the funniest quote of the new year that I've seen. Like that's just what it is.
Well, Riku, how can you explain though that a single Japanese dude in his basement can somehow write a manga every single week and have like a damn good story with week waits between each of those, and people are hype as fuck every single time? But in HSR, people are just like, oh man, this fucking sucks. Like, why can a $1 billion company somehow not get that right? But like some dude making like $15,000 a year in his basement is able to write a story by himself that's better than like some famous guy named Shaoji.
Okay, so on that again, there is a skill issue, but I think there is a difference in like medium there, where like with a manga, there it's a visual and story. Purely story-based medium in manga, whereas this one we're playing a game. This is a game. We're not playing this game for story. Story is a big part of this story-based game, story-driven game. I completely agree with that. But it's like at the end of the day, we're playing a game. If you don't like give us game stuff to do in the game, you're not a game like, at all. That's the problem. If you make whatever this is just fun, you can have the shittest story. I've used this example before. Like Dumb and Dumber has the shittest story in the fucking world. But the way they present the story is really, really good. And it's really fun, really interesting. You don't have to have great story. You just have to present it and make it interesting while you go across that story.
Vice versa.
You don't have to have
Vice versa. Because like legit, if the story was good, the storytelling does not matter. Because Limbus Company, best gacha story I've ever fucking seen. It's not even fucking close. And their storytelling is PNG 1, PNG 2, every 45 minutes, one PNG image, and it's like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
They turned her
Path
into
to
an
Nowhere.
apple.
Wait, but
Path to Nowhere is also fantastic for the Path to Nowhere. You guys need to check out Path to Nowhere as well. The art and storytelling, the music is so good. But continue, sorry.
And I'm gonna try out Limbus this week, but I do think one advantage that Limbus has is like they set the expectations of it's just PNGs though. So like I agree with you, but I feel like with Honkai Star Rail, it's like they've just had a mix of so many different things and they don't have a good balance of it, so it just makes it 20 times worse. Because like you said, the PNGs isn't a bad thing at all.
Well, Ethan,
If that's how
you
we
know
start
a
off
big
with
part
it.
of that is because in Honkai Star Rail they don't explain what's going on because they just have a camera looking at the character
it.
standing there. But in Limits, it has to be like then the character stood up and they wiped the blood off their coat and they did this, right? Like so you actually see that. But in Honkai Star Rail, it's just like you know the dialogue would be if there wasn't pictures, it would say and then Maide crossed his arms and then he put his hand up in the air and then he like shrugged. It's like they don't do anything with that, right? So the storytelling makes no sense at all, basically.
No, I agree. I agree.
I think really, and I hate to break this, is breaking news that just dropped. Mr. Pokey, known Hoyo Shill, said that 3.1 was ass.
Damn.
Good for him.
Dog, hold
even
on, bro.
him.
That changes everything.
Gamers, Dashman here. This changes. Yeah, I know.
But on that thing, I think it does depend on on expectations. Like with games such as Limbus Company and Path to Nowhere, you go in there and you know what you're going to get. You know you're going to get like also Arkness as well. You're going to get PNGs and that kind of storytelling. But when you've got a game such as say Genshin, Honkai Star Rail, ZZ, and where you do see them, the characters move, and you know they set up the expectation of this is how they're going to tell the story, and then they just forego that for like black screen, white text, or just whatever. It's like, why? Like you go to this thing for one thing, you're being given something else. That if I go to a steakhouse and I get served a salad, that's not why I came here. It's a salad with a bit of steak on there. No, give me a ribeye, please. Like just give me what I came here for.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just crazy how Mr. Pokey said that 3.0 was an 11 out of 10. And now he's saying that 3.1 is shit. So I guess maybe he made enough money to retire and now he can finally start being honest. So big congrats to him. Hopefully he enjoys retiring in his yacht. Besides all this, we get it. Storytelling is bad. We've beat this dead horse for fucking 2 years at this point. The new zones. Anybody like them?
I like
the
them.
new zones are beautiful.
Yeah.
Yep.
They look great. They look great.
Yep. Yeah, the fucking giant Deku tree in the middle of Leaf Village, that looked fucking amazing. Really good. Favorite part of the patch? Super Auto Pets, the event.
Oh,
Personally,
yeah, that was looking adorable.
Oh, God, no. Oh, no.
What's wrong with you, kid? What's going on, man? Go ahead.
They're adorable, don't get me wrong, but it's literally you set them up and it's AFK. It's a game, it's a mini game where you don't play the mini game. I'm sorry, there's nothing.
I feel that.
Well, it plays in Honkai Star Rail, sure. It's like
for those little, like, I'll be honest, bro. That shit reminds me of my childhood when I had the little pocket shit. You had to feed it. I can't remember the name.
Oh my gosh! When I saw them, I was like, I want one.
Yeah.
I want one of these as a pet. They look so cute, but like the gameplay aspect, there's no gameplay. You like line up.
That's fair.
Off you go, and then I'll come back in a week.
I wasn't even listening to the gameplay aspect. Go ahead, Tech.
You can get one of those in games. There's you can go buy one of the pets from a little shopkeep on a dinosaur.
That's dope.
It's in the game right now, actually. Yeah, didn't know about that. Super hidden feature. Super hidden feature. So yeah, you can go get one, which is very cool. Yeah, I thought it looked cute. It made me happy because I haven't been excited about an event in Honkai Star in a while, but a lot of these devs are stepping up their events so far with the Zenless Zone Zero, Bang Boo, Fall Guys, as well as the fishing game and Wuthering Waves. So I like Super Auto Pets, so I was excited for the event. We'll see how everybody else feels about it. But it looked better than a normal event, which is usually just like, well, it's the same game, but now the combat's a little bit different. Which, by the way, oh no, I don't want to skip ahead yet because I want to talk about Whimpering Waste because I'm so angry at that mode.
Okay.
Let's leave it at this. We've talked about this game for 35 minutes. Any other thing about Honkai Star Rail 3.1 we haven't talked about that you guys want to talk about?
The new boss, which I think is this is a theory. I think Finan's dark side is going to enter him eventually, and he's going to remember everything and remember he's a fucking evil villain. But I just thought that boss looked cool. That's all I want to say. I thought that boss looked cool.
He did look cool.
Sampo, shit. Maybe it is Sampo.
Oh, Sampo. Okay, cool. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
No, I thought he looked cool as shit. Yeah. He looks like he kind of looks like Capitano of Honkai Star Rail.
Oh shit, good point.
Yeah, no, I thought he looked dope as fuck. The animation was crazy when he ults and it does like the
he looks.
Yeah, I like the fact that he could ult you. It feels like you're actually 1v1 at like a PvP match, low key. Obviously, for sure.
Well, Chad, what'd y'all think of the boss? You think it looked cool? You think it looked like shit? But yeah, I guess that's.
I thought the design was pretty cool.
That's pretty much it.
The only thing I think we've missed is like just maybe like a quality of life thing. Like the synthesis got a bit of an upgrade, and also the character planning as well. That you could set like a planner for like characters that haven't come out yet. I mean that's good instead of like looking online.
Like,
I think it's good, but it's like
yeah,
that's like as far as it went really. But it was nice.
Yeah, no, it's whatever. It's not really gonna change my quality of life whatsoever.
Sure.
But yeah,
move
let's
on.
get into 2.1 Wuthering Waves.
EOS.
Yeah,
it was rough, man. It was rough.
I've already uninstalled. I've installed.
All right, I am gonna start this off with Saint Totas. Saint Totas, give us your opinion on Wuthering Waves right now, and I'm gonna listen on my phone, but I will be right back while you yap about 2.1.
Okay.
Please.
So I would say I haven't really played that much of the patch aside from things like the end game. And I've just been doing like a lot of like Phoebe testing and stuff over the past couple of days. So I can't really give an opinion on the fishing event. I can't really give an opinion on the like Gringotts mine thing. But overall, I would say it looks pretty good to me. Phoebe's fun to play. Phoebe's fun to use. I have a bit of a problem with the Hikari hologram. I think it's one of the buggiest fights they have in the game. While I was doing my clears yesterday, I had like a bunch of just like random like animation locks. There was like one time I was stuck in an echo transformation inside of like her grinding gears. Yeah, I was on the impermanence Heron, and then like I'm just like sitting on the ground taking damage, and like I can't move like in the bird form. And I was just
There's also like camera problems too. Like if you do a switch, you know where you got to dodge the blades thing, where on just between the second phase.
Yeah.
If you like switch characters between then, it like changes the camera and you can't see from top, and so you like completely misjudge when you're supposed to dodge and such. It like completely messes
it
you up.
unlocks the camera.
Yeah, I think that fight is there's something wrong with that fight. There's too much like off-screen attacks. It's like
it's a memorization fight rather than a reaction fight. You literally just memorize every single one of its attacks and go, oh, it's going to do this thing and I have to dodge 1 second after this, then I have to dodge 1 second after that. It is 2 moves where you literally, no human could react. It is literally impossible to dodge certain attacks unless you have already seen it and died to it. It is literally impossible.
That's true. And there's so much visual clutter in the fight.
It's hard.
It can be extremely hard to see her cues.
You gotta turn off your
That's a PGR thing.
If you're playing a character like Phoebe, who has her own like fucking like light storm that she like summons,
you can't see shit.
Yeah, I just had times where I just die to the lasers because I actually cannot see them with her E up.
You need to turn the numbers
remember
off.
it's always the lasers, bro. You just remember and you're like, oh, okay, I don't need to see it. And
it's like, and the thing I hate the worst about it is that it's one of those fights that you said Genozad is memory based, and so much bullshit happens in the second phase. With like when you like the fucking camera angle changes, she goes up there and then the blades are like behind you and stuff, and they one shot you if you don't dodge in time. It's just there's so much stuff like backloaded that are like hidden mechanic one shot kills. It's just frustrating to die to that because you just didn't know it was there and you can't react dodge it. And then like you have to like, and you only get that like once you get over there again, right? And then you have all the one shots earlier on. So it's like one of those memorization fights where it can be a pain in the ass to get back to the spot where you died before, and then you might just die again.
I was going to say to the people in chat who are saying this is a skill issue, that fight is easy. I want to remind everybody, I beat that fight on my 3rd try. Okay, we're not saying that it's a hard fight. We're saying that there's bullshit parts in it.
Yeah,
it's very important to differentiate.
Okay,
I was
like
say
Fob and I both were going for like Phoebe solo on the boss, so we've fought it for like hours, right?
Yeah.
Bob was watching my stream and it used a move neither of us had ever seen before with combined like 10 hours or some shit of just fighting that boss, and used a move and we're like, what the fuck is that? And it instantly killed me, and I was like, we've never seen that move before. Like it's just making new moves.
Yep. It has what if you go too far away in the second phase, it will like it will send like these blades, and if one touches you, you instantly die. And there's like 3 of them that are going out in like semicircle patterns. It's just
I need to address everyone, guy, because this is the shit where like I know I'm right about this, and chat needs to stop being retarded. This is the very few people in chat who are one guying me here right now. Okay, it doesn't matter if you had fun. It does not matter. Okay, and that's not the fun of it. Nobody thinks, oh wow, I randomly blew up at this time interval. That was a blast. The premise of good game design is put an obstacle in front of your players that they can overcome with patience and skill. Right? Nobody has fun saying, "Oh, and I fucking died out of nowhere." It's like having a heart attack. It's not fun. It doesn't feel good. You can't react. There was no skill issue. There's nothing for you to overcome other than at this point you get instantly fucked. What did you learn? Oh, okay. Well, I guess I just blow up here. There's no.
What you learned is you need to run Carlotta to freeze that motherfucker, because I got that shit my second try with Carlotta. But everyone else, I was like, this shit's annoying. Like it's like fuck me.
Yeah, it's a Carlotta check in that if you have her built and you run Carlotta, it's basically one of the easiest fights in the game.
Hey man, don't take away my credibility there, buddy. Okay.
One thing,
my Carlotta does not build.
It's very important to try to understand. It is not about how hard it is. It is not a difficulty thing. There is no, oh, I got outplayed, so I'm mad. No, everybody in this call beat it. We beat it very easily. It's the premise of this is a poorly designed fight. These mechanics are not good. Take the same mechanics and put them in front of the player so we can see them, and it's an amazing fight. Off-screen one-shots make no sense. They're not good designed.
Wait, I think a perfect example of this is the event that just passed. We literally fought this fucking boss, and it was one of the most fun events I've played, and it was a really good boss fight, right? It's like literally it was not a buggy piece of shit. I even soloed it, and I was like, holy fuck, like this is sick. So when I got to this hologram, I'm like, oh, this is fucking ass. Like, it's just not fun. For me, at least.
I think you guys, perfect unison, coherence is there, the logic is there. That said, that fight was fucking awesome for me, bro. I loved it. I literally loved it. But I think what y'all are saying makes perfect sense, and I do understand the difference in nuances between memorization versus being able to like methodically give a fight to you to where you're able to visually see the differences and avoid them and anticipate them. But that shit was awesome, bro. I mean, when I get into like
visually, it looks amazing.
Yeah, when I set myself up for, I don't know, a Souls experience, a Monster Hunter experience, or I guess in this case, the Wuthering Waves experience, I'm expecting to die a couple times. I'm expecting to deal with bullshit, and so it doesn't really affect me. But to be honest, I never heard somebody pitch it the way Tectone pitched it. I think he's absolutely correct. You should always be able to beat something on the first try because the boss fight provides you with enough insight to actually one try it.
Yeah, I like when I die and I'm like, oh shit, I should have done this.
Yeah,
like I suck.
Yeah, that's good. That's a strong point, honestly. It actually, I think you enhanced my viewpoint on boss fights, like going forward.
It's like an example of a perfect boss fight in all of video. My favorite boss fight of all time. Is in Bloodborne. There's a DLC boss called Orphan of Kaz. And if you are paying attention, everything he does, you see his arm twitch. Oh, he's going for that swing. Dodge that jump attack. Okay. Roll that when he lands. Lightning's coming down because it's storming now. All right. Avoid those. Everything is in front of you. And if you're locked in, you can dodge every single mechanic because all the information is in front of you.
Yeah.
And it's considered one of the hardest fights in all of gaming. But because all of the information is in front of you, I beat it in one attempt. Is what it is at half HP.
There he is.
Great fucking fight, and it feels nice when
that is impressive.
The bosses, the bosses.
That's the only reason he likes it.
Well,
that's the only reason.
That is something to brag about. To be fair, that boss beat my ass.
Well, Smack, that's why you like Monster Hunter so much. It's because when you see a monster attacking, you see it moving. It's not like the monster just sits there and then you go, and you just explode.
Yeah,
right?
just throws out 3 blades and one-shot you.
Is there a single Monster Hunter in all of Monster Hunter Wilds where it just kills you with an off-screen mechanic? I can't think of a single one.
No. It's all foreshadowed. Like that's why I said. That's why you literally just taught me right now why I love Monster Hunter. You're able to see everything.
Yeah, like even for a monster that you've never even fought before, the way they move makes sense to where you're like, oh, he's gonna fucking do something with that shoulder. Oh, he's shaking. Those bombs are dropping. They're gonna explode. Like fucking Basil.
The issue is this is an anime fight. This is not a real fight. It's like, oh, it spawns a thing that appears there that shoots something at you, right? Like it's not like any sort of realistic fight. And I agree with Smack. I actually had fun. I mean, I've probably fought the boss for longer than all of you guys added up with how long it took to solo that thing with Phoebe. And I learned the boss and I had fun, but I 100% agree. It's just poorly designed. You shouldn't have attacks that realistically you would never be able to deal with on the first try. Like you can't intuitively go, oh, this is going to happen. You're just standing there and then a saw blade from behind you
fucking
just
Draven
goes through you and one-shots you and you go, okay, well, how would I ever have known that?
Do you think you have to die to it to beat it? Like you have to die multiple
Or you get lucky,
times.
you just dodge spam and you're like, oh.
I need to do another extreme example because I'm getting one guide again. So this guy called Kinben22 says, in animes, you don't see stuff. Okay. So I want you, let's go to extremes. Let's go to extremes. Guys.
This is a game, guys. This is a game.
You enjoy off-screen mechanics so much. Here's what they should do. I bet you'll love this fight. Let's just make the boss invisible. Yep. Let's have no sound cues. And then randomly every 0.13 seconds, a punch is going to hit you. It's going to come at you. Now, you're not going to see it.
Hikari actually does that. She does go invisible.
Oh, look, perfect.
She goes invisible and has a one-shot attack in the second phase.
Oh, yes.
That's
She does.
so good.
Do you
that
think
sounds so fun? Let's just make every fight invisible, no sound cues, and you can just guess the dodges. It'll be so cool, man. So sick.
Yeah, that reminds me of fucking
really
Camilleos and Rise, actually. That douchebag goes invisible.
Do you think this is done just like intentionally though, just for like artificial difficulty, so people can keep playing it though? Not trying to be like, oh my god, they're trying to get their playtime up, but just like to make it kind of feel like more hard than it really actually is.
I just think they goofed on one or two mechanics. I've never been let down by a Wuthering Waves fight before, and even still, that fight was good.
Yeah, it's fun.
Just had some mechanics that I'm just like, oh god, let's not do that. Let's not. Do that. Let's
You
just
guys all killed it. It wasn't all bullshit that it was like,
Yeah,
you can't clear this. It's a frustration that takes away from the fight when it's
I think at the end of it though, like just because we overcame the bad mechanic doesn't make it not a bad mechanic. And I think that's something that people just can't understand. It is bad. Just because we cut past it doesn't mean it's okay. It is still an issue that needs to be sorted.
The fight actually has like some really, really good phases. Like I love the one where she does like the where she's like diving in and is parryable the entire time. And if you get like two out of three of them, you like knock her down. It's like those are parts of the fight that are like amazing. There are great ones to it, and it's like you feel like you can play your character well. But like when she does those attacks where she just like it's not parryable, it's a super fast one shot, and then the lasers come afterward. It's like okay, you literally can do a dodge counter, and like that's it. Otherwise, like you will die during your attack animation if you try to follow up. It's like stuff like that where it's just like, okay, this is it kind of just feels like a time waste in the fight.
Yeah.
The timer is usually not the issue though. I will say, but
one of my big
Chat,
pet
in case
peeves
y'all
with,
don't
mechanics
know,
are
give all these guys
ones that aren't
follow.
choreographed properly. Hit delay.
Ethan,
Hit delay is
Ryuku,
another
Nate
horrible
Tontes,
thing I do not like, where they go like
Technologies
this. It's like
so you hate every Souls game. So you hate Souls games.
Dude, okay, like there's a lot of fights in Souls where I'm just like, all right, dude, come on.
Well, because everyone got too
Fucking do
good
it.
from games like Dark Souls 1 where it's honest. They're like, okay, we need a guy who goes like this, and then he goes like this, and then does that, and he'll roll catch you every time. Yep.
It's so bad.
But then he has an alternate where he goes like this, and he just does a full swing to fool you into thinking it's the other one.
Yep. Oh my god.
I think that's okay if the attacks don't one-shot you, but the fact that like that's in the hologram fights with like the delayed attacks, right? And then they can one-shot you as well. That's kind of just like, okay.
It's like, fuck.
Getting hit and then healing up, cool. But like just getting one shot from one of those is a little bit annoying.
Yeah, and then my last thing of bad games that I really don't like in video games is where you have to stop hitting the boss and watch it do its move that makes it untouchable until it's over. Those
you don't like the freeze time thing?
No, not that one. This one isn't in the hologram. This is just in games in general. It's kind of like Millennium Blade of Mikola, where she does the river water dance, I believe it's called. And
Waterfowl.
Waterfowl.
Yeah.
Like you can dodge that. It's really cool. And sometimes you have a really quick weapon you can chip in there. But I like being able to stay on the boss the whole fucking time. And if I'm dodging appropriately, I can dodge attack. I don't like when I have to walk back, let them do their move. Okay, it's over. Get back in. I just like being able to stay on it. But that's a gripe. That's my personal preference. Never been a fan of those. But hologram fight. I think we're all done talking about that. Let's talk about Whimpering Waste next.
I feel like a lot of people hate it, man. And I'm not gonna. I understand the criticism for it. I think it has a good foundation that can get better with time.
Absolutely.
But I will say, I in my chat brought this up because the first night I played it, I was having fun, but I was also using a cracked account. I really was. Like I got SS on the last stage and everything, but I am kind of a little over this whole thing where it's like just the timer. Like I don't know why, like in Depths of Elusive Realm, they really have this thing, like in the last boss, where you can still fight after the timer goes out, but now you're gonna get one shot. So it adds a level of anxiety
And
or like yeah, it's an enrage mechanic, and it's like, okay, in this Whimpering Waste, it feels like nothing is really at stake. It's like, yeah, I didn't get enough points, but I don't feel in danger at any point during this at all. You know?
Yeah. Jens, I know you have a lot of opinions on this. Before I start ranting, do you want to talk about your opinion on Whipping Waste?
I think it's an insanely lazy game mode. I think it's a huge letdown. They call new end game. When I hear new end game, I'm like excited. It could be really cool. It's something that every 2 weeks you spend 20 minutes on. I think a child could have come up with it because they just look at Tower Adversity and say, what if there were more bad guys? And that's essentially what it is. Realistically, it's just pincer movement. They just added pincer movement into the game, which was something that I already see people constantly complain about because they didn't really enjoy it that much. But like, just disappointing that is the new end game. Like that is the other big thing with Tower Adversity, which I'm not really a fan of either because it's the same thing. It's just the timer. You're not fighting the enemies. You're fighting the timers. And I made a whole video about this, and bro, you wouldn't believe the amount of comments that just say, just learn better rotations. Bro, I beat the mode. The issue
That sounds like something
is
this
that
guy
I
would
don't
say.
do rotations. The issues is that it's fucking trash. It's not fun. It's a shitty mode that requires almost no thought. The enemies are just punching bags. You might as well just have a rock there and you have 20 minutes to do as much damage as possible. It's actually ridiculous that with such good combat and mechanics and boss design of the game that they would resort to just trash mobs. And that's the whole mode.
I got a 25-minute video shitting on that mode coming out in about an hour, so it's a very
perfect.
I will add real quick. I will say it feels like a really fun event. It does not feel like an endgame mode. That's the other thing I just want to throw out there. It does not feel like it was.
Victoria's better though.
All right, well, listen. I also don't like the fact that it takes away one tower reset, which I guess we'll get to eventually, but I think that's just fucking dog shit. That I think is a very big Hoyoverse move that I really don't like.
I sat down for 3.5 hours contemplating about how much I hated that mode in my bed, and then I had to get out of bed to record a video and upload it. So I'm going to give a sneak peek on why this mode is so shit, but I know St. Tonas, I know you liked it. So I want to know, what is your opinion on Whimpering Waste?
So I think that Whimpering Waste is, I personally don't view it as like a carbon copy of like the Tower of Adversity, just with like more mobs. I kind of actually like the structure where it's almost like I think it's like the pinnacle of like a DPS and like a DPS gear and rotation check in the game. For example, like in the TOA, it's like, okay, like you got your timer down from like, you have 2 minutes to clear in the TOA. Now you got it down to like 1:45. That's kind of like the measure there. But in Whimpering Waste, it's like how many, like literally how many waves of enemies are you killing in the span of time? And so I kind of view it almost as like a bit of like a different measure where, you know, it doesn't matter how, like, and I think the nice part about it is that you can have one side, it's almost like a bit like HSR, right? Or Genshin, you can have one side carry the other in the clear. And so if you have like one actually hyper invested team that's maybe focused on AoE, like a Camellia or Gion team, you can actually like do pretty fucking awful on the other side and then still get the full rewards. And so I think like from that design perspective, it's not the worst thing ever from like you can't like share weapons across the clear, but it's definitely a different vibe. And I think like the whole like thing with the trinkets or the tokens that they have set up is actually really, really good. Some of the trinkets or some of the tokens are really creative. Like there's one where if you use a resonance skill, you get the cooldown refunded on your liberation, and it's like a purple one. It's not even like a gold one.
Yeah.
And so there are like a lot of really interesting team comps or characters that you can use. Like think about Chang Li with 2 of her resonance skills. Her liberation almost has like no cooldown in that mode. And so like you're allowed to play certain characters in like a hyper carry setup, or you're allowed to play characters differently depending on what those tokens are. And you know, like play them in completely new ways too. So I think the tokens are definitely like one of the best adds from that perspective. And unfortunately, I think it's just like the scoring needs to be loosened up a little bit on the mode. Maybe like have like more points, because I think a lot of people are having difficulties. And they probably should have released Rosia alongside this mode, so that, because you know there are characters, right, that are undeniably like tier 0 best characters in the game for Whimpering Waste.
Wait, hold up. But then
And
people
they're-
have to pull a character for that mode.
No,
So,
no.
well,
They-
no,
they-
but you're saying they should have released Rocha for that mode, like at the same time. But then you're encouraging people spending money to clear that mode, though. Isn't that kind of a negative? If
Well, I
anything?
mean, well,
They make
I
a
mean,
mode
right-
to then make them spend money.
Well, right now the mode is easier if you had spent money on Rosia. So it's kind of like
Yeah, I guess, but
a lot
I
of
feel like
people
that's
wish
not good to encourage it.
a lot of people wish they had Rosia on banner right now so they could pull her for the mode. Too.
I see this. I'm kind of like in between everyone here because it's like I definitely see where people are getting frustrated with, but I also see like it's a different mode entirely. I see it very similar to like the Honkai Star Rail modes as well. Like when you got some endgame modes where you mainly focus on one particular boss and you try and get as much DPS on there, whereas you got another endgame mode where you got to clear many waves as possible where AoE characters shine there. So like depending on the endgame mode, you want more AoE characters, you want more hyper carry characters. I think this is just another one where it's saying you need to like build up more AoE characters. They trying to say don't focus on the single target hyper carry characters there. I think that's the point of why they implemented this game mode.
There's no question.
But I can definitely understand why.
That's why. There's no question. They have 100% looked at what Hoyoverse is
Pure
doing,
fiction.
and they said, "Oh yeah, we're gonna
Exactly.
follow that
Exactly.
protocol with our own."
It's a Hoyoverse
twist.
move. Yeah.
Well, okay, so I want to give one more perspective because the problem is I don't understand how you, Saint Totas, have an issue or don't have an issue with Wuthering Waves selling Rochia to do Whimpering Waste, but you have the same issue with Honkai Star Rail where you say, well, now they're just making new characters to solve the new modes that they're putting out. And it's kind of like
because-
selling solutions to the problems that they're manufacturing.
Well, this is my viewpoint on it. I don't think Rosia is required at all to get like clearable points or to get like really, really good results in the end.
Well, they aren't in HSR either sometimes. You often don't need the newest unit to be able to clear it. It's the same case. You don't need Rocha. You don't need, I don't know, Castorus whenever the new Pure Fiction or whatever thing comes out. You can use other characters. You could use Firefly and probably clear it. You don't need it. But it's still encouraging, oh, look, this thing is weak to Havoc. And guess what? You need AoE. So we're releasing Rocha with this new game.
AoE Havoc! What a
Yeah, I feel like...
And that's the thing, right? They've made that a thing since the start of the game. You always have the middle tower buff that's tailored for the new unit. And I kind of just view it as like that's kind of like that's the thing in
be for anybody though, and then they
no,
changed it.
I'm
to...
talking about the literal buff on the stage, not about the general attribute damage bonus. Like they have a literal buff on the stage, right, in the middle tower that's always used for the on-banner character.
I do think it's a little,
but it's still clearable without them.
But I do think it's a little different in this instance, though, because like Tower was the only one game mode, and now there's a second game mode where you get a much bigger advantage of getting AoE. So like I love Korra, but also at the same time, like this is a move directly ripped out of Hoyo in every sense. It's a ghetto pure fiction, and it resets once a month. They change TOA, and it's like sometimes the AoE doesn't even work. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like sometimes these motherfuckers just go on the completely opposite side of the map, and the stage is just too big. And I'm like, Gion's not catching this motherfucker. My Camilla's not catching it. I'm just like, fuck me. I think
spawn and they all just go.
Yeah, like I want to make it
all
clear. I had fun with it. I think it's a fun event. I don't think this is an endgame mode, and I just feel like it really does kind of come off like we just want to sell more AoE. Like I would not be surprised if we get way more AoE characters now.
I want to hop in
The
there.
way that I view it is that it's one of the most replayable modes because of the tokens. Because of the tokens, 1000%. They have so many in the game, and some of them suck dick, like the Spectral Frazzle one. And I think this is the biggest miss of all with the game mode. Phoebe is fucking awful in it. Phoebe is one of the worst characters I have ever seen in that game mode, and it makes almost no sense that she's on banner and she's this bad.
Bro, they made a whole wave of spectral rocks, and I brought Phoebe in there, and I was like, bro, I just got 100 points. Like, what is this shit? I can't kill a single fucking rock with this bitch. Like,
she is, her performance in the mode is so ridiculously bad, it doesn't actually make sense.
I mean, I cleared with her, so it's probably just a skill issue. But
I saw you fucking
better rotations.
Bro. You were
Get
like,
better rotations.
why do I do no damage to these things?
Fucking tech fan.
I do want to say, I think fundamentally that Whimpering Waste is a absolute fumble in every single regard, and I wanted to break down why that is. So the number one issue, and I want to go down the list here, is the enemies aren't coded to attack you. It feels more like there's target dummies, and like Genocide said, you're fighting a timer, you're not fighting enemies. They walk away from you, and it feels like you're having to like kind of scoop them together to make sure that you can AoE them down. I think this could be fixed if the enemies were more coded to be more aggro and get in your fucking face rather than walk away, walk away. It's really fucking bad.
You know what people argue? They say, but gathering them is a skill. Dude, what if they made an enemy that all he did was run away from you? And the whole infinite space. Dude, it's a skill to chase them.
The
and
monkeys
catch them.
do that all the
Nobody
time.
wants to do that, bro.
They
It's
got,
not fun.
they got the turtle.
The monkeys, I swear to God, the aero monkeys, they're always like
the rocket launcher guy,
jumping back and jumping back. You just stay still.
That tall fucking guy with the rocket launcher spawns, he just runs, and you chase him, and he just keeps running in Tower of Adversity. That fucker.
I want Tech to keep cooking because that first point was a really fucking strong one. Keep cooking, brother.
Yeah, absolutely. So you need to go in and have the mobs fucking attack you. That way they're the closer unity. That way there's actually stakes involved. That way it's not fighting in time. You're actually fighting enemies. So that'd be the first thing they do is make enemies be more aggro, make them get in your face. The second issue is that the abilities that you unlock from stage 1 to stage 12, it is the same floor. It's the exact same floor. And all they do is, on the next floor, we increase the HP. So you know what we did? We increased your damage. The next floor, there's more HP. So you know what we did? We gave you another buff to increase the damage. And it doesn't
they're doing Tower of Fantasy? They're doing the Tower of Fantasy shit?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, God, that's bad,
That's
bro.
all it is. Stage 1 is 100 HP. You deal 100 damage. Next stage is 120 HP. Now you're doing 120 damage. That's all it is. These buffs need to change the style of play, not just increase your raw numbers, right? So, like, give the buffs that you're using an active ability. Like, give it like an AoE suck that you can use, or an AoE freeze, or make the fucking characters fly. So the differentiation in play makes each floor feel different because every floor feels the fucking same. And I will admit, when you first play it, the first 7 floors are like, oh, this is fun. This is kind of exciting. Then you realize, I've done this exact floor. There is no difference between floor 8 and floor 7. There was none. It's the exact same fight, but now I have a little bit more damage, they have a little bit more HP. And I think that's just really fucking bad game design.
They need to pull the buffs from Elusive Realm. Like, Elusive Realm is like where you get things that change how your character plays. It gives a new certain mechanics into your character and certain buffs. I don't know why they don't just use the buffs from Elusive Realm in this mode. That would make.
Well, they're
fix your
reworking it.
issue,
They
I think.
said. I don't know. We haven't had it for 2 patches, and I would argue that's
the
most
best
people's
part.
favorite mode. Is Elusive
It's the
Realm.
best part.
And for some reason, we haven't had it.
I would say that there are actually quite a few. I think they're starting that out with the tokens. There's one called the Plunderers one that like will heal you for 3% of your health every second, and then
Electro.
every 6th heal it does like 600% electro damage. To like the entire group, and it's like really good for like certain team comps like a Jinxie or Carlotta, where you're like sometimes you overkill the enemies, and so like that electro burst like comes in and then like wipes the wave, and so you can like use your nuke on the next one. That's kind of like where the whole replayability aspect comes from for me. If they add in more and more of these tokens, differentiate them a lot more, make them more than just like the raw stat boost, I think like the structure is there to make this like very fun, be able to use any team you want and just shore up the weakness in the tokens. But it's kind of like, I just think there wasn't enough tokens, and some of them are horribly fucking designed. Like the gold Spectro Frazzle one is fucking useless. It should have just been all enemies spawn with 5 stacks of Frazzle and have a minimum of 1 stack. And now Phoebe's like actually playable in the game mode, right? It's just, it seems to me that the tokens were kind of like the biggest win and also the biggest miss, because some of them are so good and so varied that the ones that are just like dog shit or not there or would enable more characters or comps not being there feels bad.
I mean, 95% of the tokens are increase your crit rate, increase your crit damage, increase your spectro damage.
Yep.
Oh, dude.
Just, you do more damage. Oh, the enemy's tankier, but now I do more damage? This changes everything. This is
changes everything.
Yeah.
Wait, so
also
there's no, I'm sorry, guys. I'm consuming everything y'all are saying, and I actually have a lot to respond back based off what y'all been saying, but I just want to focus on that part. So y'all are saying there's no tokens because it obviously sounds like a roguelike mode that actually transform what the character does the way Elusive Realm does?
No. There are tokens that transform what the character does. There's one that gives you a Resonance Liberation refund and Resonance Energy Cost refund whenever you cast a Resonance skill.
You know where that's from? That's from Elusive Realm.
Wait, but does that change like the
what
I don't know.
No. I was trying to digest what Saint said, and Saint, I think that elevates their power. But what I was talking about is in the Elusive Realm, the characters literally like have their abilities like not just amplified, but it changes what they do. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was asking. They don't have any of that in there.
Oh, I don't think they have direct character mods. Yeah, but yeah,
nothing of that
like
impact.
Stuff that changes how they play.
Yeah, I do think, like, you know, for example, like Genshin Impact, for example, having abilities that are kind of like you E and then you alt and it refreshes your E actually does feel very cool because Kazuha, E alt.
Chang-Li's a great example.
Yeah. Abilities like that do feel good. I want to see every ability like that. Just they have more HP, so now you deal a little bit more damage. It's like, well, what the fuck? The difference between stage 1 and stage 2 is instead of doing 100, now deal 120 damage. It's fucking lame.
It's very boring.
But yeah, they need to restructure it. Very great framework for what could potentially be a great mode, but right now they completely missed the fucking mark. Yeah, I also don't know how I feel about limited uses for some affixes before infinite stage. I don't know how I feel about that. Do we have any thoughts about how some of the perks have? Yo, Mary, thank you for the raid. What the fuck? Appreciate the fuck out of that. Thank you so much. Do we have any feelings about the limited use for some of the certain buffs?
I think it's okay for the most part, but if they make them more interesting, maybe it would make it so you're encouraged to use different cool abilities, so it might be good if it was just a better mode overall.
Yeah, I would say it's like I don't think the difficulty or the especially before the infinite stages is like so wild to the point where like you feel like a token is like mandatory. I think like with a built roster, and like you're actually like at the end game at this point, like just using like the baseline blue or green tokens should be enough for like an S clear in the earlier stages. And I think I view the tokens as sort of like a steroid boost, like you know a little stim pack for the especially in the early stages for accounts that maybe like aren't as near the end game, like you know fucking 40% crit and 80% crit damage is insane, right? And it's kind of just like one of those things that helps people clear the mode in the first place, especially
the problem is
respawning parts.
the early stages you won't have that buff unlocked yet.
I think
That's a yellow. That's a golden buff. You don't unlock that one till stage 8.
I think that's true. You unlock all of them after stage like 6 or 7, right? Once you get by the time you get into the respawning zone, you have all of them unlocked. And I think it is weird that the restrictions are shared across all of them. Like you have like the 1 to 6 tokens, but I think you don't unlock the gold ones until at the end, anyways.
Yeah, you do. You get the golden one at 8. You get the purple ones at 6 and 7. The banner you get at 4. The banner is actually quite good. But then the rest of
right.
Which is really nice. But it would be nice if those gave you a fun ability, like like a frozen AoE that follows you, a gravity suck that pulls things in, perhaps another like Nova explosion that happens around you for big bursts, something that could change the variance of play. Maybe have an ability that extends the reach of all of your abilities by X amount. Or makes a single target ability become AoE abilities. Could be very cool, I think. But yeah, I think we can agree that Whimpering Waste needs work. But good ground.
I want to interject because I haven't had a chance to talk on it at all.
Absolutely.
And I'm only going to take everything that y'all have told me and just sum it all up and then give a shoot shot. Basically, it seems like everyone except Saint Tontes in this call is basically saying it lacks creativity and it's pretty much a copy and paste of pure fiction, I would say. And where I feel Saint Tontes on, because I love to dabble in meta myself, is the timer for me is only enjoyable because I just want to be able to see how I fare against some of the fastest times out there. And I really do enjoy that shit. I love getting sweaty. You guys know that. It's no shock. Absolutely. So I understand Saint Tontes saying you getting that time down. That's a huge motivation. The problem with that though, Saint, where I want to go straight at you at is that's only for us sweaty players. What about the rest of the people who don't give a fuck about getting that time down? They just want to get the clear and clear on. The only real incentive for them, I would say, is just their reward collection. Why can't Kudo paint the entire canvas themselves? They keep using Hoyo as their base canvas and then going change this, change that, change this. I would have liked if their end game was a true signature Kudo cook that wasn't extrapolated from a Hoyoverse model. And I genuinely want to ask you, do you think that is okay that they constantly just keep deriving everything they do from Hoyoverse and changing it with the Kudo cook?
So what a lot of people have been saying for Whimpering Waste is that it's more so a combination of Warzone and a little bit of Norman from PGR. That's what most of the PGR players are saying. It's mostly similar to PGR. And I think when you think of the structure, right? It's you count the number of waves that you completed within a certain time limit. It sounds a lot like Pure Fiction, right? But where do you think Pure Fiction was derived from?
No clue.
Because it's a relatively recent release. So I think it's just like how much can you do in a certain amount of time. I feel like that's like general enough of like a, you know, that kind of competition, right? It's like it's been around since the fucking ancient times. Like, oh, how many bowls of noodles can Bob eat before, you know, the 5-minute timer runs out, that sort of thing. And I think just based off of like the whole, you know, it's similar to Warzone thing. Kuro technically might have done that first, right? And they're kind of like just lifting from their own game when they're making it. So yeah, I think it's original. I think it's like baseline enough as a concept to like, be original.
I'm gonna be real. It's not original. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I think it's a way worse Warzone. So you could say it's lifted from Warzone rather than something like Pure Fiction or something, right? But like, I don't really see how it's that original to basically just take Tower of Adversity, which I think we can all agree is derived from Abyss. Like, I think it's a little bit disingenuous if anyone says it's not anything like Abyss, right? We all know it is. So it's essentially just that, but in AoE, really. Like, it really isn't that much different. And you could say, oh, but you have the trinkets instead of the buffs. But realistically, it kind of all boils down to the same exact thing, except now multiple waves of AoE rather than like a boss at the end. I think it kind of just works the same way. I don't really think it's all that original. I think Elusive Realm, that's an original thing. The holograms, that's an original thing. Both of those things are much more unique, and I would say pretty loved by almost all of us here. I think we all kind of like both of those a lot, and those are the original things that Kuro Games made. But every time they take something from Genshin, look, all of us get pissed over stuff when every time they copy things from other games. Oh, maybe not Genshin this time, but you know what I mean? Like, when they do those things, when they derive those things, it seems like that's when we're dissatisfied.
I think like reducing Whimpering Waste and saying it's just like a copy of TOA where you kill mobs, I feel like that's kind of like you could make that sort of like reductive argument for any content, like any content in the game. Elusive Realm is just TOA with stages and buffs, right? Like you can word it in that way and kind of just, or holograms is just TOA with like enemies that hit harder.
Okay, but no, holograms are nothing like either of those because it's not a bullet sponge. You're dying from the enemy, right? You're not dying from the time.
It's very reactive.
Yeah. So I'm saying TOA with enemies that hit harder. That's hologram.
Well. I mean, like again, I don't think.
But
I mean, Genazot's comparing it to TOA. I don't know if I necessarily say TOA 100. I do think Pure Fiction is a better comparison, but I just think overall, I don't know why we can't get more original endgame content. Like, I know we could say that it's copying PGR and that's fine. But like, I feel like, again, like they said, Elusive Realm. Like, why can't we just get like something original? Or bro, just copy the tower from ZZZ. Like, the tower is like 10 minutes, and that like you fight the boss, and that shit's hard as fuck. Like, or reset holograms monthly or something. Like, I don't know why we can't just have something extra. And realistically, it is 1000% a Hoyo playbook because they took away a TOA reset and they're making this monthly, and they're both monthly, and they took the Genshin IT fucking schedule, and it's just like, I don't get why we're doing this. Like, it feels fucking stupid.
Wait, Ethan. I'm glad you said that because I think I have an idea for the game that I think all of you guys would agree with. I think everyone should be able to play the end game that they want to play because some people like TOA but not Whimpering Waste, and now they get to play less of it. I think they should have Tower and Whimpering Waste all reset at the same time, like every 2 weeks. And people should get to choose to play what they want for their end game. And I think they could also make a casual version, like let's pretend fishing. Let's pretend they expand the fishing and make like a fishing end game for more casual players. And it would all give the same asteroid, so you could choose which one you want to do. So every player gets to enjoy the end game that they like.
They did a similar thing in World of Warcraft, and that was very positively receptive for letting people choose how they want to grind their gear.
You're literally pleasing everyone at that point. It's a good cook.
Yeah. I don't think anyone would be against
where they share the rewards, so it's like
the devs reward shop. They have to work.
True.
I think one of the strongest points that I heard though in the entire discussion, and Tech, we can move on after this if you want, brother. But it was what Tech said that the first of all, Wuthering Waves is a very reactive game. And I feel like the most of the enjoyment comes from one of two things from a combat perspective. It's either being reactive, which is what we had to talk about with Monster Hunter and Souls, or rotations. And the problem with the Whimpering Waste mode, based off of y'all's feedback, because I haven't played the shit, is it's only rotation derivative, no reaction. Tech's strong point at the beginning where he said the enemies just fucking, you know, that is a big fucking problem that I don't think anybody could disagree with, only because it's not tackling both elements of their beautiful combat system, which is reactive as well as rotational. Would you say that's a fair take, Saint Tontes?
I would say that there is a mix of enemy spawns. I definitely get the viewpoint of like when it's a bunch of like like the one cost enemies that they'll just get staggered by anything if you like hit them a couple times, like they're basically stun locked.
Yeah.
I feel like those waves are literally probably the worst part of the mode because one of them runs out awful time. But when you have the wave of like maybe 3 to 4 elites, see you, Ryuku. When you have the 3 to 4 elites who have the stagger bar, who will muscle through attacks, they don't get stun locked. Those are actually, I think, you can be in a decent amount of danger in those if you're just actually just like mashing your face on the keyboard. And I think having more of those would make more sense.
Right. Build off of that.
It's like 4 to 5 of them. Give them less HP, make them unstaggerable, give them like minor grouping where if you use like a suction move or something, they'll get like dragged in, but they won't get like CC locked. Having something like that instead, where you get benefits from grouping, but it's not like it just trivializes the enemies completely. They'll still attack, so you have to throw in a dodge. I think that's good, but we also have to factor in the whole, you're going from dodging one boss attack to dodging 3 elites at the same time.
Yeah.
Right? And there has to be a counterbalance of like, okay, like I literally didn't see those attacks because of the visual clutter. I felt like I got like hit or one shot from like, out of nowhere when there was like one mob that was hidden behind 2 others and then they attacked me. I think those are also elements to think about just from like the player experience point of view. It's that there's a lot of sources of frustration, I think, from mob-based content like that, where I think they toned down on the aggressiveness so that like those surprise one-shots, the aggressiveness and the damage, so that those frustrating moments wouldn't happen. But I can definitely see how it gets like monotonous, especially on the little mobs.
I would only say if you're doing a horde mode, it's going to be mayhem. That's just what comes with the territory, and plenty of games have that mayhem and chaos on the screen, and people fucking love it. But I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah, it's just like one example I like to bring up is from the Elusive Realm, the early patch days. They would have spawns of like maybe like 10 of like the exile snipers. All 10 of them at once would shoot the laser at you, and if you didn't dodge, you would just get one shot.
Yeah.
And this could happen on like the later stages. There'd be like 10 fusion warriors that would just like wind up, and then they'd stab you all at once, and then you get one shot. And it's
you know what would make Whimpering Waste so fucking cool? Okay, dude. Okay, think about this shit. So they put you like in like a desert, and mobs are gonna spawn from like certain holes in the ground, and they're gonna come, and you can see them, and if you can see the mobs coming through the hole, and you can AoE them down behind the hole, right? But then the other mobs are gonna try to break through the other holes at the same time. So if you don't manage each one properly, you're like Nazi zombies, but wuthering away.
Nazi zombies. I was thinking that. Yeah, co-op too. That'd be cool.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god, that'd be so fucking cool for the AoE mode, make it Nazi zombies.
I was thinking, like, what if you made it like Dynasty Warriors, where you're fighting hundreds of like they're switching and you're just mowing them down. Like, dude, Gian, each spin, like 100 fucking echoes just go flying, dude. It's just insane. Like, that's the AoE mode. Like, you're just blowing up like thousands of echoes.
At that point, you might as well drop buffs on the ground for you to pick up.
Mode.
Yeah.
When someone mentioned horde mode, I was thinking Dynasty Warriors for sure, absolutely. Like, let's do that. And you have to find the different weapons which equates to buffs and such. Let's go.
Wait, really exciting idea, Smack. So like tons of modes. As you kill like 20 of them, a big boss comes.
Oh fuck
and you can fight them. And if you do, when you kill the boss, it drops a buff to boost up your damage. So you can choose to either kill the hordes of enemies or kill the bosses to get the buff to kill everything else faster. That could be a lot of fun.
What I thought about when I was thinking of that idea was this fucking Call of Duty zombie mode, where you would go around and you'd have to figure out the places to go into the next place. But then there was always a rare fucking weapon, and I was so excited to pick that weapon up and fuck shit up. And I feel like that would be a good element you could take. To wrap this all up, I think these gacha games need to start looking outside of other gacha games. Start looking outside of actual fucking games. And say, give me that shit, bro.
I've been saying this for a while.
Dredge. The fishing mode is Dredge, right?
That's fair. That's fair.
And to be fair, even ZZZ has like it has the little Arknights mode. It has Fall Guys.
Yeah,
Like they're
yeah.
starting to
Yep.
just be
Yeah,
like,
they are
let's
starting
just
to do
copy
it.
that indie game,
They're
bro.
starting
They're
to
just copying this shit.
they're starting to follow the Chinese model here, man. That's what I'm talking about.
It seems like a lot of people just want to see something more unique as a mode that we've seen in whatever X Gacha game we've seen previously. You know?
Yeah.
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 Well, let's move on from Whimpering Waste. You know, I think we all can agree it could use some improvement. And we expect that from Kuro Games because they are devs that listen, so it is important to provide feedback. I think the fishing event, we would all agree, is a
Fire,
perfect
bro.
event. Completely
Fire. That shit's fun, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like spamming the fucking click, and I'm dumb as hell, so I miss the timing because I got no rhythm. But bro, it's a good time.
I know someone who didn't necessarily enjoy it, which I think is the controversial opinion, is Smack. I think you said you wouldn't enjoy this if you weren't in call with me and Genocide.
I feel like I'm biased because of you guys. I love you guys, and I was having a great time with you guys, not necessarily with the fucking fishing. But if I were to like end that call and play that fishing with nobody, like basically, let's say I'm somebody who doesn't have any friends or anything, I know for a fact I'm gonna be like, man, fuck this damn, bro. I'm tired of fishing, bro. Just give me my Lorelei skin.
Well, I think it's a bit unfair because we're streamers. I find it fun to do the fishing thing while talking to chat.
Yeah,
if I
it's
was
just
to stay alone in a dark room playing fishing for like
point.
8 hours
Yeah.
and to finish the thing, I think that would suck ass.
Basically,
But I think there's a lot of casual players.
Feel about it?
What did y'all think, chat?
I think a lot of casual players will like it, but I think people
Yeah.
who aren't into it, it'll piss them off because it's so much. It's
Hey, if
such a long.
It is a
thing.
grind.
If chat says they liked it, then I can't say anything because
it's mixed.
A lot of
It's
people are
very
saying-
mixed.
yeah,
Very mixed.
it's mixed.
Well, it's
Okay,
like the
good.
people who like it will love it. It's an amazing mode, but if you don't like it, it's probably hell because it's like so much time you have to
a
spend
lot
on
of
the
time.
fishing event.
A lot of
Yeah.
time.
Like, you came to this game to do action. This is not action. Like, why am I here?
Yeah, you don't get to play your
character
character.
like that. Yeah.
Fucking Riku, man.
I don't mind something turning my brain off though. Like you said, just chatting with everyone, just like all right, like fucking.
I thought the story was great too. There's a guy who wants to fuck a fish. You gotta figure out why that is.
Yeah.
I thought that shit was so funny.
Hit him over the head. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
And you get Havoc over.
Hopefully everybody in
Kuro
chat
is
is doing
known-
that fishing event while we're doing this podcast, by the way, guys. Make sure to like, comment,
Kuro is
subscribe to me here,
known-
by the way.
Kuro is known for making very fuckable fish. I'll put it that way. If you know, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
When did this happen? Did I miss the lore or?
Lamia?
PGR.
Lamia.
Oh.
You need to search for Lamia, bro.
Holy.
All right, I'll do that right after.
I'm clapping your fishy cheeks. I'm saying that. That's all I'm saying.
Well, Lorelei too.
Okay, that's true. Lorelei, yeah.
Lorelei's amazing, but yeah, if you, maybe you'll, I think it's fair to say if you love the event, you'll love it. If you hate it, you'll hate it. It's going to be very hit or miss depending on who you are, and I think that's completely fine. For me, loved it, so having a blast. Completely valid if you don't like it though. Let's talk about the next of the new zones. I think everybody's summary will probably be, if you disagree, feel free to say they're good zones, but they're forgettable. They just feel like more of the same, nothing too crazy. Anybody blown away by the zones?
Even the Green Gods zone, I didn't go to that one yet. What about you guys? Y'all didn't care about that zone either? I didn't go to that one yet. I'm just asking for your opinion.
I thought
It's on rails.
Yeah, it's just the rail zone is whatever. It's fine.
If it was more free, open, like big underground area, I think people would like it more. But it's a little bit more like you're on a Disneyland ride, like It's a Small World starts playing, and you go on this little roller coaster thing. Like it doesn't have much of that. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah,
It looked a lot bigger in the trailers.
Yeah, 100%. The new zone opened up today, so there is one more zone we all haven't seen.
Okay.
At least I haven't. And yeah, we get to finish fishing today. So hopefully the question is good. But yeah, still a lot of what ifs. But overall, I think they're good additions, but there's not really any like, damn, like there was with like 2.0, where it was like the golden clouded sea and then the rainbow on the fucking sky, the LGBTQ shrine. Yeah, that shit was insane.
Can you not fly in the bank vault?
I don't believe so.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure you can't.
I thought you would have been able to like fly in there and then like
That's what I thought too, and it would be
instead of
really
doing
cool.
the railroad, you just fly from like track to track or something. That would have been nice.
The moment they take the wings away, you're like, this fucking sucks. What the hell?
They got a ration.
You can't fly. Someone's tried. You can't fly. No.
It's too good of a mechanic, bro.
You're gonna overdose on the fly.
Can't grapple either. That is horrifying. Is what it is.
I gotta go pee, guys.
Great. Sure, go for it. Let's go to the next one. The World Quest. Did we all do it?
Nah, I haven't really had too much time to do that.
Okay.
I heard it was good.
Yeah, I think
Genuinely
it's
fun. Yep. Genuinely fun. A little bit of yapping. A little bit of NPCs we really don't care about. But
It's
overall,
voiced though, right?
I've heard that all the quests all this, even the side quests are like voiced.
Yeah, and they tell you like there's a timer. I think like so if an NPC is speaking, it's like there's 38 seconds of this dialogue or something. Like there's like someone sent me a screenshot. Hold on, I don't know if it's from the World Quest.
I haven't played it yet, so I don't know, but that wouldn't surprise me.
Let me see if I can find it.
It was fun.
There was so many updates.
Yeah.
There were so many updates in this 2.1 update that they didn't even touch on in the live stream, which is insane because we thought they like throwing stuff at us, and if they like took time to actually explain things properly, that live stream could have gone for like double or triple the time, and they didn't even touch on anything. Like, did you guys know they have like frame generation there as well? Like along with
I turned that off though.
Like, I mean, yeah, you turn it off clearly, but it's like it would have been nice to know that it's turned on automatically if you have RTX as well. It's like I would have liked to have known that, you know. But there's so many stuff, so much stuff in there as well. Like just they could have given more explanation about the changes that they had to like the Echo menu system as well. It was a lot more granular, a lot more intuitive as well. Like also like when you're searching for particular sets, like before it was just like all the echoes just on the screen like, as it is. Now it's like separated by like 4 cost, 3 cost, 1 cost, and then you can click on them, and even now it probably shows like where the nightmare echoes are too, which I thought was fantastic. It's great.
What's interesting in there is I swear they just looked at Honkai Star Rail. They're like, holy shit, people are pissed about the camera angles and stuff and the voices. Okay, we're gonna crank it up to 11. So in the quest, they just have like every half a second, it's like going all over, and I'm like, holy shit. And then Rover immediately first second starts talking. I'm like, bro, they're just like trying to flex or something. Like they were just like, holy crap, let's just try and like show them wrong or something.
And send money going to good use. Also, apparently it was a voice letter, by the way. So like apparently even the letter is what it was. I'm trying to find the screenshot, but yeah, which is still dope. It's so cool.
Yeah, they added Echo loadouts, which we did not need yet, but it's a welcome addition. We will need that eventually. Right now, we kind of don't. Felt good. Other than that, I think that was pretty much the whole update. Did I miss anything?
I mean, there's that new weekly event. I think it comes out Monday. It's supposed to be like a mini depth.
Mini elusive, yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to be mini elusive, so we don't have that yet.
Oh, yeah, and the race game too. The race game.
The race game's already
I'm looking forward to that. We can do tournaments on that.
What's the best one?
I do plan on doing a tournament with that 100%.
I just wouldn't want to body everyone, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm that guy. You know.
Cool. Any other closing thoughts for 2.1?
Well, what do you guys give as your rating for the patch?
6.
It's like a 7. I think it's like a 7. I think
7, 8.
I think they're like a 7.5 if the racing and the weekly is good, but it's like it's not 2.0 obviously, but it's a good follow up. Like I don't think there's inherently anything bad other than Whimpering Waste being kind of a little bit of a letdown. I don't think it's ruining the experience for me, you know.
Sure.
I can't rate it. I haven't finished the rest of the shit.
Yeah, I can't rate it either.
Fair. Great. I think we move on to what? I don't really think we need to talk about Genshin. Genshin we kind of already talked about before.
Oh, we can talk about it.
Wait, what is that game? I don't think you've ever talked about that game.
It's a new indie game.
Have you seen anything on Twitter about Genshin lately? Or
on this game?
You know, I got called a cum guzzler because I said the game sucks on Twitter, bro. I was like, what the fuck?
Love that.
Yeah.
I guess I want to close this podcast with one more topic, and whatever y'all want to talk about, in case there's something that you did want to talk about that we haven't talked about. I feel like everybody here should try Limbus Company. I really do. It is a great narrative masterpiece. The combat is very in-depth. The community has been very enjoyable to interact with, unless you're St. Totas. It's been great. I mean, I got tons of threads on me about that game, but I do genuinely think it is important for at least me and anybody who really loves the gacha genre to understand that people often excuse the writing of these games as, well, it's a gacha game, it has to be bad. It's just not true. Games like Limbus Company tell a beautiful story very simplistically, and I think we should really raise the bar and expect more from the stories we're told in our gacha games due to the presence of games like Limbus Company. Yeah.
How's the gacha system?
I've been saying for so long.
It's all free. You can play the entire game completely free to play. Get every single unit. Like like you can literally. Or actually, okay, I spent $10 on the battle pass already through that and just playing the game. It's like, oh, you can craft any unit in the game that you wanted to.
Damn.
Like, oh, okay, let me just craft this unit right now. Like now I have them forever. Dupes do nothing in the game.
So is it skins?
So, okay, I just have them.
Where do they make their money from?
So essentially there's 12 characters and all of them have alternates. So it's like Punishing Grey Raven kind of. So you get an alternate version. So like that character now is this version of them.
And they get their money. They get their money by player laziness.
Okay.
Yeah. Like and like the alternate like identities that they give to each unit are like characters that you meet in the story.
Hashtag
okay.
Yeah, so it's like so you don't really get any recruitable like NPCs, but the NPCs get turned into like a different outfit. Or
I'm gonna play it this weekend. I'm
like a
excited.
different version of the
Good.
character.
Yeah,
The
it looks
also
good.
the number one best unit in the game is completely free to play farmable, and it's really funny because his name is Ring Ying San, and the character is so broken. The CEO did a showcase for him because he does the live streams himself, and he was pissed off because he says, this character's just way too fucking broken. And so he didn't want to show his skill 2 because his skill 2 is beyond busted. And yeah, he said, I am so sorry for releasing a unit like this.
That's crazy.
That's
So,
based, bro.
Yeah. The reroll also only takes like 1 minute. It takes longer to log in and out than it does to even do the reroll. You just say skip tutorial and immediately roll. It's actually insane.
okay.
Wow. This game is off to a good start, bro.
I have a great image someone linked to me on the first day because Saint had like a bad experience the first day and someone linked this image. I just put it in Discord and I thought it was funny as fuck. Just like I just thought it was your first day experience. Somebody linked that in my chat. I just thought it was so funny because it's such a stupid meme.
Yeah. Love that.
Can I just say one thing about like you just said about like even though it's a gacha game, it's actually got a good story. I've been saying that for like forever because I've been playing gacha games since gacha really first came out in Japan. Did you guys know them? Well, anyway. And it's like all the people that say, "Well, what do you expect from a gacha game?" Like, I'm the Japan guy, yeah. And I'm like, why are you guys saying this? There's been so many games, so many great gacha games that have fantastic story. Like I've seen how good gacha games can be. Gacha has nothing to do with the story or the quality of the storytelling at all. Gacha is literally just a monetary system. Like that's all it is. Everything else is secondary. So you can get fantastic stories, fantastic storytelling, fantastic characters, and everything in gacha as well. Like, I really hate this reductionist, kind of defeatist mentality of like, we expect it's a gacha game. Like, shut the fuck up! I swear to God, that is defeatist. That's annoying. It's like just like will you just play anything else other than slop? Because there's a lot of really really good games out there, such as Limbus Company, such as Path to Nowhere, and all the other games out there. Just play because you're just not getting good shit. I'm sorry, you don't.
You could argue that the gacha system is the reason why they're shit, and the greedier the game is, usually it takes away from those other things because everything in the game revolves around the gacha system and money, right? Like that's why they have to promote every new character the way they do, and it takes away from the story because they have to for the gacha. So in a way, everything comes into that gacha, so the greedier it is. So that's why Limbus can have a good story, because it doesn't make everything about the money, for instance, I feel. So it like kind of ties in a way, right? But it is the company's fault. You're totally right. Like it's their fault for being greedy and taking away from those things, right?
I think there are various aspects of like the games that you can just chalk up to.
I can totally see that.
Yeah, I was gonna say there are like some parts of the game that I feel like are inherently related to gacha and that like they're designed in a way that's gonna make more money. But I feel like other parts, especially when it comes to like world building, and I think storytelling in particular, that's like stuff where it's like I don't think you can even use gacha as an excuse for whatever the fuck is going on in HSR. I don't think whatever the fuck they did in 3.0 is selling any characters. In fact, I think whatever they did in 3.0 probably led to like less sales of characters. And I think like that's kind of like the most important stuff to call out, right? Where it's not, you can't, like, it doesn't even make sense to use gacha as an excuse, and the implementation is just bad.
Well, I mean, you look at a game like Black Myth Wukong, I think it took about like maybe what 200 million to make, and it made $1 billion. You know, Hoyoverse makes close to $1 billion. I mean, it's a $30 billion company, right? Like people just use that as an excuse because I think they're just brain dead and they're really emotionally invested into their company, whether it's Hoyoverse or whatever other gacha game it is. So they just don't want to give that criticism, or they're just scared to being told to off themselves in game.
Yeah, Ethan, it's an interesting coincidence that there's 3 people who work at Hoyoverse that are billionaires. I wonder how that happened. Like, where'd all that go? Why are there 3 billionaires working there? That's strange.
You know, it's pretty crazy, but yeah, for sure.
Okay, wait. I need to ask this question. Which story is better, Saint? Wuthering Waves or Limbus Company? I don't know how far. I think you finished at least the first canto, I think.
I finished the first canto. So I would say that Limbus Company, I don't think you can say that Limbus Company's storytelling is better. I think it's, you know, like we were talking about before, it is like just PNGs, but I think the story is good, right? It's a story that's
better,
good.
Though, or is it worse?
I think
Which is better?
I think the overall story and the stakes is more interesting. I think it's a better story overall. But I think that the story experience of Wuwa, especially in 2.0, you could view that as the overall story experience in
You're taking
Wuwa. You could say it's
presentation into
better.
consideration.
Yeah, presentation into consideration, right?
Yeah.
Because there's only so much you can do with PNGs and text. That's my opinion on it. And like static images, and that is ultimately what Limbus is.
I think
right?
that's
It's
fair,
a great
man.
story.
I think
It's a great story.
Say, give you the
but
side eye. I mean, Imogen is
Well,
like
how I see it is like I can read a book and I think it's way more insane than like a gotcha story. Like the visuals, they can enhance it, but they don't make it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But,
I'm talking about
I
the
mean,
experience
fair.
of going through it
Okay.
because I always like to use the example of like a superhero movie.
Yeah.
Right. Those make a shit ton of money. Those people like have a crazy diehard fans. People love watching them. But it's not like you're going into like Spider-Man and you're expecting like a fucking Grammy
Game of
award.
Thrones.
Sorry. Yeah. Like, you're not expecting like a Game of Thrones, like an Oscar level performance of like, oh my gosh, like I feel like more fulfilled with my life after watching this movie. It's like, no, you wanted to see like fucking the web slinger go around and fuck shit up, right?
That example of Spider-Man 2 is
So
amazing.
Wuwa is the Marvel movie then.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? It's those movies are popular for a reason. They don't have the best story ever, but their presentation is amazing. Like what dialogue or like story progression happens when Thor comes back to Wakanda and just fucks everything up, right? It's like, okay, yeah, Thor comes in and Thor came in and blew everything up, right? And then like Otto won the fight. But it's just presented so fucking cool. Everyone loves it, even though it's like, it's not like a crazy thing that happened, right? It was predicted. Oh yeah, he's forging the Stormbreaker for like the entire past 30 minutes of the movie, right? He's gathering all the materials. Like what's going to happen. It's very predictable, but people still look forward to it and they think.
So
and
what
they
you're
thought it was
saying
amazing.
is that Wuthering Waves is Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, and Limbus Company is reading Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, and different strokes for different folks, man. Like
I'm not gonna lie to you.
some people
He needs a big explosion. Whoa! Instead of like
some people hate
balloon.
books. Some people like the Michael Bay movies are popular for a fucking reason, right? I'm pretty sure they all have dog shit story, but he just bolsters up with explosions instead.
The Marvel movies for 100%. It's just majority of them is carried by us nerds, though. We just want to see our fucking people just fuck shit up.
Absolutely. I think they're great, man. I think they're great. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on from this topic if we can.
Yeah, go ahead.
Anybody have anything else they would feel remiss if we didn't talk about right now on this podcast?
No, I think we got everything.
Anything. Ryuku, I know you're a yapper.
I'm good.
Okay.
I am not a yapper. Thank you very much. I'm good.
I see that you got that Death Star microphone still. That shit looks crazy.
You like it? It was just like by accident. I took the pop filter off just so it was getting in the way, and it just happened to be like that. And everyone was like, "Oh, that's his rectifier." I'm like, "Fuck, I'll stick with it." And
Dude, that's what I keep saying. Bro, it's actually a rectifier, dude. It's actually an MTX or something.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about ZZZ?
What? There hasn't really been anything besides Evelyn. Evelyn has a huge ass.
It is fishing now.
Wood.
Is that game doing good now? I feel like there's really like.
I think Zenless is doing great. Yeah.
Is
There
it?
hasn't really been anything new. So
It's doing really well in Japan.
Zenless is a perfect example of that meal scenario I was telling you. Easily digestible, bro. Easily digestible.
After they took out the bones, that was the TV.
Yeah.
The bones in your fish.
Yeah.
I just don't see anything on it. It sucks because I really want that game to be more popular, but because I think
It doesn't
it's
have a you, Ethan. Be the change you want to see in the world.
Yeah.
Hey man, let's do it.
It needs a you.
Yeah, no.
Well,
No, this is a good
I'm
link.
I'm gonna give it up to Chad. Yo, Chad, you have one last chance. Anything that you want to talk about that we did not talk about? Anything, any point. I'm gonna give you all 10 seconds to think of something. Okay, nothing. Love it. Deep space. Nobody cares. Just a bunch of fucking fat women being cringe. Okay, yeah. Explain my balls. COVID.
Apparently Brant is in the quest right now, so you can play as him.
Yeah, you can
as
trial him.
Yeah.
To be continued, man.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well then, boys, this was great.
Hell yeah.
Good time,
Smack,
man.
Ethan, Ryuku, Saint, Genocide. You're free, man. You're free.
Pleasure.
Enjoy y'all's Valentine's Day with your
Yeah.
girlfriends.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, brother.
I don't judge. Either one's fine.
Yeah, thanks. I really gotta go. Yeah, I'm really busy, man. So thank you for ending it here, dude. Like, thank God. She was gonna get real pissed at me.
No, I'm chilling. I'm chilling.
Pleasure talking with all you gentlemen.
Yeah.
Until next time.
That was great.
Good shit, boys.
Alrighty, chat. Hey, chat, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get my day started, man. I got a lot of Monster Hunter grind to do later on. So I'm gonna be locked in on that. If you're keeping up with the Monster Hunter content on the side channel, I'll be getting some videos out 1,000,000,000% this weekend. A lot of videos. I do want to experience Wuthering Waves the rest of the patch. I do want to see what the Harry Potter area looks like. I want to experience the Whimpering Waves. All the shit we talked about in the podcast. I just haven't gotten around to it yet, guys. But yeah, I'm gonna be fucking locked in this weekend. I also have a sponsor tomorrow as well. We gotta lock in on that as well. Oh, and I'm playing Elden Ring Night Rain with Tectone and Genizat. I think that's gonna be tomorrow. I will let you guys know. I might shoot out a community post. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. I also got Valentine's Day today too. Yeah, will you be streaming much on your other channel? Or is that when it's fully released? When it's fully released, I might stream it. I'm still deciding. I'm more so about locking in and learning all the classes off stream than I am about streaming right now. But obviously, when the game launches, I'll be fucking full blown big dick streaming it 100%. But yeah, man, I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me, chat. I hope y'all had a great time. And I'm out, man. All right, peace.